Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Role Seekers and the Legend of Nabell. We're a group of local gamers just like you, role-play for your enjoyment. My name is Dustin Ritchie, your humble dungeon master, both your best friend and your greatest enemy. And I'm getting quite notorious on our Discord. And these are our intrepid Role Seekers! So, welcome. If this is your first time joining us, welcome. We're so happy to have you. We are a group of improvising Dungeons & Dragons players playing a game set in a world that we have created, and we are having a great time in the Light of Tyve. If you want to catch up on all the episodes, you can find us at Role Seekers on almost every social media channels, or you can check out roleseekers.com to get caught up on, we have 67 episodes. Woo! Which is hundreds of hours of content.
Now.
But this
Start
campaign.
right now. But this campaign is on episode 13, and tonight's episode is called The Great Blue Yonder. Couple of quick things. First off, our season sponsor is Wormwood! Wormwood! So Wormwood has provided us with this amazing game screen as well as many of the accessories that you see around the table. We also have a very exciting announcement because one of our own players has launched a backer kit!
Yay!
Bart, will you let us know a little bit about what you guys are doing?
Yes, so we have launched Oh Happy Dagger, which is a second level Dungeon Crawl Classics module set on the Purple Planet, which is a sort of John Carter from Mars sword and sci-fi
Better than the movie.
adventure set. But much better than the movie.
Cowboys and aliens.
And
That movie's great.
yeah, there you go. You can't beat that.
It was good.
So yeah, we just launched today. We funded it in the first 2 hours, and so now we're working our way towards working towards stretch goals. So
Well, we would like to show the ad of the Purple Planet, so let's go ahead and roll that clip.
Woohoo.
If you're-
Two households, both alike in cruelty. On yon purple planet, where we lay our scene, from ancient grudge break to new anarchy, where civil blood makes reaver hands unclean. Oh Happy Dagger is a second-level Dungeon Crawl Classics adventure set on the forbidding purple planet. Full of strange beasts, hidden dangers, haunting surprises, and deadly encounters. Back now and follow the Horde of Purple Planet Adventures funding now for exclusive rewards.
Welcome back, everyone. Martin,
There it
awesome
is.
job. Awesome
Thank
job.
Congratulations.
Yeah, and they're already backed, so go and check it out. That's gonna be great. All right, so without further ado, it's Tuesday night.
Let's roll!
Oh, let's see.
All right, let's play some Dungeons and Dragons set in the world of Nabell. Last game ended on a cliffhanger, but guess what? We're not going to go right there because our winner of our roll was...
Can we talk?
I didn't get to roll.
Veer.
Can we talk about what our light 2 bonus
Yes,
is?
it's a +1 to your medicine check.
Whoa!
That
one did I
puts
put
me
it
at
into?
I need
plus
paper.
1.
Get paper.
And that might make all the difference.
Which one is it?
Can I piece of paper?
There it is.
Remember, in the Light of Tyve
Okay.
campaign, a stabilizing roll is a 15, not a 10.
So yeah, you want it.
That's what. I'll just add a little.
And how do you do rest again for like
You need a piece of
healing?
paper?
I
Okay,
do.
so rest is your level
Jamie?
Yes, please.
level plus con times level. So, yeah,
Thank you.
Let me
We'll
just
do it one
look-
day.
I'm gonna do the
It's
math.
okay. Yeah, con times your level, parentheses.
Okay.
And you add it to your level.
Okay.
That's the way to do it.
Okay.
So it's a variant of 3-5. 3-5 is a little nicer. Tyve sucks. Tyve's a bad.
I mean, if you have
thing.
a good con though, it's still
Yeah, if you or 1. So times con, but it's always at least,
one. Yeah.
Con times level plus.
You guys, it's all written down. You guys. All right.
It doesn't matter. He won't let us rest anyway.
You haven't rested in a while, so yeah, good call. Good call. You don't have to worry about healing when you don't let your players rest. All right, gang, I'm looking for music, and we're going to get started. Here we go. Episode 12. This is episode... There we go. Flashback to Veer, which I'm sure you're all just super excited. Can we show Veer on the stream? Veer is from the Quiet Lands, the undying Quiet Lands, where the Umtharans rule over a place that merges very closely with the actual land of the dead. For those outside of the Quiet Lands, this is the land of the dead. And those who traverse its black and gray plains often find themselves face to face with loved ones, wraiths, and shadows. It is a place seldom visited and seldom survived, as the Umtharans are xenophobic and often like to keep to their isolation. Often those who visit find themselves at the end of a sword. Without going into too much detail of the Umtharan culture, we will start on the upper levels of Cadaversia, or the City of the Dead, found in the center of the Quiet Lands. Cadaversia extends far down to the depths of the earth, where it is said that a great solarium is rustles with the souls of the dead, and the veil between the life and the living is incredibly thin. But far, far above, even beyond the upside down kingdom, I won't go into the exact details of it, but maybe one day we'll get there. You find a city dressed much like that you saw in our Farron episode with the dragons. This is a land that seems to be carved out of cragged black rocks that go up into very sharp points. Outside of this, you see what looks like obsidian glass jutting its way out of the rocks, and a kingdom forms between the mountains and the crags of the Quiet Lands. In the center of this, a large Gothic cathedral-like structure rises up as light blue waterfalls pour down either sides, representing the souls of the dead. Beyond that, there is a color that seems to dress almost everything, and that is a deep crimson like blood. But standing in the center of this, you see a figure of great renown, a figure who is worshipped almost like a god, though they are very much alive. You hear the murmured whispers through the audience of the incestuous Umtharans, their decrepit bodies, both beautiful and malformed. They whisper the name of their reverent god. Rifus, Rifus, Eradin, Rifus. This figure dressed in Gothic armor stands, a body laid before him. His arms lift and everyone goes silent. The vessel before him is empty. Lenevar in tembris orzum, non si ad mori, donum prestavium tolidatium, issa intarecia, anteve, ut instevera exulant ad perifidium, verum mustan, taras tempas alligat tuv, nunv arcun graviahan visha. And you see everyone just...
Yes.
He leans forward, kisses the figure on the forehead. Tharas has chosen your time. Out amongst the people, you see each one raises a mushroom to the moonlit sky and places it in their mouth in reverence for the fallen dead. Quickly, the body is covered, taken away to be dissected into its final gift. For the Umtharans partake in flesh of the dead.
Weird ass.
As the body is taken away, Rifus falls back into a throne that has been brought out into the open air and sits, almost going statuesque in his presence, while another one of the Umtharans approaches. It is Imra of the Blades of Nas. It would seem that she looks again, sorry. Larilva has left us, but she has returned to the great circle, her purpose fulfilled. For what, in the name of our god Umtharis, is the meaning of life? And altogether, it ends. Come forth, blades, to sing your song. She looks hard at a group of not recruits, but not quite seasoned warriors. And she is staring hard at her daughter, who has never truly shown herself to be worthy of Imra's attention. What do you do?
Walk up with the rest of the group.
Each one has the blade out, the blade dipped in dripping blood.
I would follow suit.
They bring you forth to where the sarcophagus, like the pedestal was, and each of you puts the blade up and the blood drips down on to where the pedestal was. Blood is the lubrication of life. And you hear everyone in the audience just, Amtharas be praised. A purple twilight hangs in the sky, and in the distance, the moans of the dead can be heard echoing amongst the darkness of this city. The ritual ends, and Imra brings you further into the cathedral. You were close with Larilva, were you not?
I don't know if I would say that close.
And how does her passing strike you?
I guess I haven't thought too much about it. It was her time to go.
Good. Then I have taught you something. You see another woman come up. She's wearing a veil over her face, white. She approaches. It is Fyra. Imra. Queen Nas go to speak with not only the queen of the Umtharans, but the head of the Blades of Nos, and the greatest assassin the Quiet Lands have ever known. You are left in the great sanctum of Cadaversia, and as you stand there, you notice that Rifus comes walking in. No one, at least in several generations, has ever seen Rifus's face, but you notice holstered to his belt is a black sword that seems to pool the light as he walks.
Ever seen one?
It
That's
is
the only sword like that.
It is the Orion blade.
I would like bow and kind of get out of his way.
He walks unescorted and unguarded. No one who has stood against Rifus has lived, so he does not need protecting. He walks down into the sanctums below Cadaversia, back into his own obscurity, only coming up for these kind of public displays of Umtharas's will. Things feel normal to you here. Is there anything you'd like to do?
Who did you say was with me?
Was Imra and Fyra, your mother's right hand from the Blades of Nos.
Oh, I would look at her and I have matters to attend to.
Your mother is a strong one. She has gone through much, especially the disappointment of your father. I would suggest you continue to make your ways up into our ranks.
Thanks for the advice. And I'll turn and walk over.
As you do,
from
she
her.
grabs you tightly and pulls you close. Do not walk away from me. You are strong. She seems like she wants a demonstration of your force.
Is this before or after I've figured anything out?
Before.
I will like acrobatics to get away from her with, and my show of force is not through strength.
Okay.
And I
perfect.
want to like try to like get out of her grip and then like pull a blade up to her neck, like.
Acrobatics against her athletics. Gotta roll high.
Well.
Gotta beat an 18.
Okay.
Sorry, I
Well,
rolled high.
24.
You do exactly what you say. As you do, the blade slightly cuts her, and she like,
I said I have matters to attend to.
so you do. She'll walk away. They are all dressed in long, flowing black like gowns that is intermixed with sharp black metallic armor. As you walk away out of the shadows, you see your uncle come out. He's wearing gloves that are covered in blood, and since you don't know what his profession is, you don't ask about it. But he comes forward to you. Ah! How is my favorite niece?
Only niece.
Well, that's why you're my favorite.
I'm good. This was a good ceremony.
You were close to death. Any feelings? He's probing you.
I was never close to death.
You were. Yes, of course. My apologies.
What are you up to?
A little of this, a little of that. He takes off his gloves, realizing he still has them on, and he pockets them.
Would you like to go for a walk?
I could use some moonlight, yes. I've been getting a little pasty.
All right, I want to go check out one of the forests nearby in the swamp area.
Will you be taking one of the wolves?
No, it's a short walk.
I could have used a ride, but fine, we'll walk.
And we can if you want. I was trying to be a little more inconspicuous.
Do you remember what I've taught you?
You've taught me a lot.
I suppose I have. Specifically about Umtharis' teachings.
Yes, of course.
Yes, I'd like to hear some of it. Obviously, the purpose of life is...
To end.
But there's more to it than that. Have you been listening, or are you one of these drones who just lick the boot of life? I'm trying to get you to think. And he just...
I'm sorry I don't always just follow in line with what everyone else is doing.
I'm asking you to think outside the box a little bit.
Well,
Do you really
yeah.
think Mumtharis just wanted to hack and slash, kill and grind? It's not that simple.
No, it's about the balance.
Yes, always.
I think sometimes people miss that.
Oh, everyone here is too many generations in.
But I appreciate you keeping that knowledge and sharing it.
That knowledge is far more dangerous than your mother. But I want you to think for yourself.
I think I might be too good at that.
Yes. Well, then you've been listening. I don't need to walk. I'm done. Just start walking back, leaving you to your own contemplation. In the distance, you see a young boy who's been helping you raise wolves, and though you don't do it often, a small smile kind of creeps across your face. He doesn't see it, and you don't even notice it. And our vision comes to an end.
What did you say Cadaversia means? The city of the dead?
Cadaversia, the city of the dead.
City of the dead.
All right. We need a roll for the next game. I think there's only 2 people left, right?
3.
It's not you. It's just Martin and
I
Jim.
like rolling.
10.
Natural 1.
Get him out of the way now, Mark.
Yeah, I
Go
know,
ahead.
right?
Okay.
Good time for it.
All right, Jamie, you're up next time, 2 weeks from now. All right, let's jump back into the game. So, our future game has just had a slight revelation. We'll just jump right back into that moment.
Father Patch.
Calm landscape. So you are sitting inside the church of Tides. It is a church dedicated to the goddess Eth. In the distance, there is, in the background, surrounded by candles, there is an edifice, statue of Eth, and the statue has water pouring out of it, at least in design. A bishop has just run off. He's very nervous about what he just encountered. But more than that, in this very medieval style cathedral, Father Patches has just asked you to assassinate a leader of the mainland. It is an unreasonable request, as it is it is an unreasonable request. And if you learn more, you will discover why. But you already have a feeling that it's unreasonable. But in doing so, he has offered you protection of your gram and has revealed to you that he is, in fact, the hidden father.
The head of the guild. No. You Father Patches.
I'm both.
What? All right. Well, I've got some questions. I mean, why? Why have you left my gram to rot in the drowned cell?
It is not my job to protect all of my cherubs. and your Gram has made some decisions on her own.
Right, but I waltzed in there. There was no guards around at all. I mean, you got connections.
Indeed. And how do you think those connections would feel if every prisoner I just sprung free?
Bro, I mean, this is above me, but you're asking me to kill someone, and then you can get her out.
I'm asking you to do the guild a favor, and I'm offering to let her stay out of the drowned cell. I did not promise I'd get her out.
Why not go to the assassins? I mean, why ask me? I'm a second story guy.
Because my little birdies tell me that you're headed for the mainland, and unfortunately, the assassins aren't.
I don't have many rules. Do I call you father?
I am but a humble servant of the people.
I don't have many rules, but my Gram said, whisper, she said, there's only one thing you can't steal. There's only one thing you're not allowed to take from someone, and that's their life. And you're asking me to break the one rule she asked me to swear by.
I could see that you have a confused morality about you. And so I have posed a question that I will give you a loan on. I'm not sure how long it will take you to get to the mainland. A year, maybe? I'm not sure. I'm not sure how long it will take you to get all the way in to this chain, or even if you'll survive. So how about we up the ante? You bring me back the heart of the chain. I'll get your Gram out of the prison. But as collateral for you going on this adventure, I'll keep her out of the drowned cell indefinitely. Now, we can see how far your morality goes. It's still cold at the reef. I wonder how long she has to simply waste away behind the grates.
You don't play fair, father. You know that. You don't play fair.
Well, don't I know it?
So I sort of grab this key, which is all I have, you know, one of my last memories of my mother. And my Gram will never forgive me. But I'll do it. I'll do it for her, because I can't lose any more people.
Oh, good. That warms me heart, it does. I thought you might.
I don't like being no puppet, father.
Well, how about we say it's like this? You're a poem. You fit my structure, but you can write it how you'd like.
Not a big fan for writing, and you may not like the way it ends.
Well, I look forward to reading it. This little conversation obviously is between us. I wouldn't want my grandson to get any ill thoughts of his poor old grandfather.
He has no idea.
Between you and me, good heart. Never finished school, though.
All right, well, I still gotta get out of town, and so I pull out the coin. It's still good.
You want to give it to me?
No, I want to keep it, but I want to know if it's still good.
If you found it, he takes a moment and really looks at it. What would you like?
I need safe passage for me and my friends out of here. And Lily and Iris need protection. And I know that's not going to be easy.
Or cheap. Their heads have found themselves on a couple of bulletins, not Lily. But Madam Iris is a piece that has been said needs to be removed from the board.
Well, let's say you take this as a down payment. I flip it to him.
He catches it incredibly spryly.
Yeah. And let's just say that maybe I'll try and add a little flourish to your poem.
He looks at the coin. They can't stay in the city. But I'll make sure they get out of it.
All right.
I always liked you, Whisper. That's why I kept such a close eye on you.
I think, Father, I might have liked you better when you were just in the patches.
Well, remember me how you'd like.
I will. I will.
He leans in. Don't quite seem very thief-like to be giving away something so valuable for others. I like it. He hands you a dagger that looks to be etched in kind of strange black markings.
So I've seen a lot of knives. Do I have any shot at this?
This knife, as you touch it, gives you goosebumps that go up your arm. It seems like it is unique. You've never seen a knife that looks like it, and you assume this is a mark of the Hidden Father.
Okay, and the shape, everything's unique about it. This is a nice blade. It's like my old Graham said, if you can get your hands on a nice blade, there's not much else you can't get your hands on.
Keep care of it, and it'll take care of you.
Right. Thank you, Father.
Don't change, Whisper. I rather like you. And he starts putting the demeanor back on and slowly walks back further into the cathedral. Oh, and one more thing. Watch out for your friend.
I'll get that a lot. So can I ask Dustin, I have that other ornate dagger that I had found with the chain and the wolf on
That dagger's
it.
pretty.
Do I feel the same way when I hold that dagger and I hold this dagger?
This
No.
dagger is perfectly balanced.
Okay.
We're getting a lot of funky daggers in this game.
Yes.
I like it.
Perfect.
I don't like Father Patches anymore. I liked him for all 5 minutes, I think.
He was a man of the people.
Right?
Still
That's
might
his
be.
family.
I
you're
guess he
talking
still
about.
is the man of the people.
All I can think of is Patches from Dark Souls. Stupid Patches. Stupid Patches.
The rest of the group has been
Yeah,
waiting
where are they?
outside.
Yep, okay. Oh, all right, the Father he just gave me his blessing. Gave us all his blessing. I'll say we get the fuck out of here.
That's rather nice of him.
I let out a long sigh. I hope he'll be okay while I'm gone.
I'm inspired.
Yeah, that's nice. I think he's got a higher power watching over him.
I don't know. Death watch over.
Death watch over.
How far are we from the?
I would say about an hour. You have the
We
horses.
better yeah.
Do we want to get on and start riding? I assume. Do we want to try and take the horses with us across the ocean, or I don't know how.
I guess it
Out of
depends how
character, I
big
don't
the
know
ship
how.
Depending on
Yeah.
how big this is.
Yeah, we'll have to see when
We'll
we
have
get
to
there.
see.
Otherwise, we should try and find a place to sell them.
I thought you left a note.
Well, I bought them.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Now we should sell them after riding across town.
The sun begins to peek its head up in Tyve, which equates to there's some light that peeks its way through the dark clouds. I'd like to remind everyone that in Tyve there is a thing called I believe it's called the endless rains. So it is almost always misty. It's almost always not quite like downpouring, but very overcast Ireland almost never stops. So a nice day is when it doesn't mist.
It's always missed.
I don't know, bro, if we'll have time to sell these because they're gonna Bjorn and
They're waiting.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I look around for Torin. Has he caught up with us since we've spent time at the church?
Oh yeah, thank you.
No.
Did he make it out of the clock tower?
We gotta hope he's gonna meet us at the wharf, right?
yeah, I just feel like we spent a lot of time screwing around at the church, so I thought maybe he would catch up by now.
But I just know there were a lot of guards there. I don't know if we can go back.
Like,
No,
it was-
we can't.
No, I don't
We
want
need to
go
get
back.
to the. We need to get to the ship.
I was just looking for it.
Hmm.
No, we should go.
You continue.
Yeah.
I'm at the wharf.
Meanwhile,
You'll be fine.
I've been having a heart attack the entire week.
You're gonna be fine.
the pirates.
Ooh. I was like, I like this music.
I'm like, this seems weird for what.
Yes.
The pirates walk very mystery men with their all.
Great.
You know that scene where they're all.
Yes.
They're walking through the streets of Gavra, a group of about 30, but they are just kind of all walking, and in the foreground you see Bjorn being Bjorn, Helena kind of just walking a little bit more proper, and in the center, Xandra. She's kind of moving a coin through her hand. She's walking toward the wharf, surrounded by two very strong-looking bodyguards, dressed in full plate mail at this time. Before they were all in like the leathers, they are dressed in full white plate mail with gold embroideries and long red cloaks. They are imposing to say the least, but no one comes up to you as you walk toward the wharf. As you being as close as you are to Xander, her eyes are glinting ever so softly with stars, and she seems to be slightly shaking as though she's holding on to a spell. As the dawn begins to break, you reach the east wharf, and you see a rather suspicious-looking fellow. He looks almost like a small goblin, but he's not. He's a human, but he has the facial features of a goblin.
Poor
I
guy.
think you got everyone excited that it could have been
Good.
Trash.
Oh, okay. Oh, what was his name? Did we ever get his name?
No, you gave it to Martin.
Perfect.
If Martin shared it with you, did Whisper share it with him?
Oh, no, I don't.
No.
Did Whisper know?
I never gave you the name, but the lion did.
Oh,
No, you never told
I just have
us.
the.
He told you the name, but Dustin never said what the name was.
So Whisper knows.
Oh.
but
the
you
name.
never told us.
Right,
He
no.
knows the name.
Because he just said that he knows the name. He never told us what the name was.
Cataract.
No.
No, that's the
Okay.
guy down in the sewer. But I just know it.
Yeah,
right,
you know
okay.
it. Whatever it is.
Yeah. But I'm not there.
You're not there.
So you don't know. Okay. All right.
As in, make it up, though.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what the other guy's name was. She wouldn't know. You're the one that we're supposed to meet.
Am I?
Well, you look conspicuous enough.
So do you! Traipsing around with all these people.
We need to get out.
Of the city? I was sent to be looking out for some kind of token. Do you have one?
The person that holds the token is not yet here. But give it time.
Yeah. Time is not something we can afford.
Xander leans forward. He's right.
You on my bad side is not something that you can afford.
I'll take whatever side you're willing to give, love.
Man, okay.
Let us all on the ship now. We will waste less time.
How would I let you into the warehouse? You can wait there. With your thumbs up your butt.
Why?
I like him.
Of course you do.
We were given direct orders to not be seen. I'm not risking going into a warehouse. You can let us on this ship now.
You gonna intimidate him?
Yep.
All right.
$17 plus 2, 19.
All right. At least give me something that lets me know you're who you say you are.
The token that you are expecting is from a man that would not so easily give it away. Why should I so easily give away who I am?
I guess that makes sense in a roundabout way. But it's my hide if you're not who you say you are.
At this point, you see that the quiet guy takes a step forward and just kind of.
I could say I'm outmanned and outnumbered. But you don't know which one of these ships is mine.
How many ships are there?
There's like 6.
You don't want to make the lion roar. Let us on the ship.
All right. That's what I hold. Keep him in a bunch. Come on through.
And he opens up one of the doors. And it looks like a docking warehouse for one of the ships that's sitting there. Okay, the ship that he brings you up toward as your group kind of comes in, it's not super large. I would say it would be about half the size of a normal galleon. And the likelihood of it making across the great ocean, unlikely. If you stick to the coastlines, you should be safe, but it doesn't look like it could weather a ghost wave.
Okay, well, it's supposed to have something special
Right.
to weather the ghost wave.
What is this?
The ship you need.
If you expect us to get to the mainland alive, then you need to show me the contraption that is supposed to get us there alive, because this rinky-dink little thing is not going to do it.
What contraption?
You know exactly what contraption I'm talking about.
To the mainland?
Yes.
I think you have something confused, love. This is supposed to get you to the Shattered Isles, it is.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, but I thought that they said that they had, or is that ship a different ship?
Different
Is it a different
It is a
ship?
different ship. Okay.
Okay.
This guy's just getting us out of town.
Gotcha.
Look 'em up.
Oh, okay. They're a real thing? Okay.
How does one go about getting to the mainland?
Why, that's $1 million question, love.
You guys are in the know-all circle?
You keep saying you guys. I, myself, am a peddler of ships. And when I say peddler of ships, I mean I run the wharf. I'm a dock keep.
Well,
But this ship right here will get you all the way to the Shattered Isles. That much I can guarantee. I've been on it myself once. I'm one of the successes.
Is that one of our characters?
strays know how to get a bone. You have seen people in and out of these. You had to have heard of a ship that can get someone to the mainland.
No, honestly, I've never heard of a ship that can get to the mainland. Now, if somebody's promising you that, they're probably pulling your leg. They're probably trying to get, well, your leg.
Can I insight him?
Sure.
Insight
I don't feel like he's lying.
him.
I don't think this guy knows what a lie is.
19.
He probably doesn't know what
Okay.
you're talking about.
All right. How many people will this thing hold?
How many people you got?
At least 40.
Well, let's find out, shall we?
D100
Oh God, Jamie.
It's gonna be a 2.
No.
divided by.
No.
No, just D100.
We'll find out.
Come on, we did really bad with the D100s last time. Not
32?
good.
32.
So that would be 16 people. That's your first roll of 3.
Oh God.
Oh,
Ah, here.
Don't do this to me. Don't do
That
this to
was
me.
good.
Don't do this to me.
It's
Don't do
more
this
like
to me.
30
Don't do
people
this
we
to
have,
me.
just for the record.
we're just gonna pick the best
No, we have
ones.
like 30 pirates.
20 pirates.
30.
We're gonna have tryouts.
Yeah.
It's 30, including all of the pirates and Xandra's special forces.
Yeah.
How far is the Shattered Island?
62. It's 31.
Okay.
Okay.
47.
It's about a week.
Okay.
Is what we've said. Yeah, in our last game.
90. I'll stick with 6 or 31.
Okay, so it will hold about 31 people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're not adding them. It was just the best of
I
the
see.
best.
I see.
31.
Wait, I thought that
people.
one. Oh, never mind. I was wrong.
Okay. All right. All right.
You don't want to write this.
I'll
We
take
want to
it.
write
No
down
horses.
31. That would be awesome.
Unless we eat them.
Hey, Jamie, why'd you break your pencil?
Ship can hold.
I've been told it can hold a solid 25, but a few more if you really squeeze in.
We'll make do. We'll get on board. The others should be arriving soon.
No, there's no other ship.
No, but the other people.
All right, well, we'll go ahead and make yourselves at home.
Xandra will pull you aside. This will not fit all of our men. What do you think we should do? Since this is your enterprise.
Madam Iris and Lily. Well, I was told that Madam Iris is going to be leaving the city. You can leave some pirates.
We have no clue about any of that.
And the only person that knows is Torin.
Oh, they
Yeah,
didn't tell
and
us
then
that?
Martin. Yeah, like we don't know any of that.
Okay. Some of your crew has gotten pretty close with Madam Iris. Would they be able to stay back with her until we return?
I would say, and you see pushing out of the
I'll stay.
Snake-Eyed Joe.
Oh, no. None of our pirates can stay behind. We're a finely tooled machine. One sprocket less and we're not quite as agile as we were.
The mate looks. That's not true.
Snake Eye, surely a captain of your...
The word you're looking for is acumen.
I thought girth.
prestige
Handsomeness.
of your doing can make passage with a few less men.
A few less men, she says. Oh, but none of these men here are going to want to go back and stay with those ladies.
And you see all of the men are just like,
Right?
I know that I would be interested in seeing the powers that you possess on a ship?
Me? My lady, I'm going to go. That's where I belong, at the helm of a ship. These hands only belong on the sprockets of a wheel.
That's what I mean.
Yes, so it's not in question.
No. You're
No convincing necessary.
You misunderstood. I would like to see everything that you can do. You surely don't need a couple of extra men. You are mad enough.
Right.
So you can spare a few men to stay.
But I'm so madly, madam, that I know that I should work smarter, not harder. Do any of you have any sailing experience that you could perhaps take one of my men away?
I do.
Really?
I do.
What's your level of proficiency? Let me test you.
Intelligence saving throw. DC is 15.
19.
Well, I'll be. You're pretty and smart, the whole package.
I was a bosun back in my homeland.
I'm not familiar with that term, but it sounds important. Is that one of your people's terms?
No.
Are you making it up in front of me right now?
No, I'm not.
You don't seem too sure.
Are you sure?
It's a real term.
It's a real term.
All right. Well,
I'm suddenly feeling less sure about this trip.
I know.
regardless, it's a talk we'll need to have.
Right, well, I'm going. And Xander steps up onto the ship. They're going as well. And you see Ned and Len come up as well. Snake Eye, I vouch for you. Mate, I vouch for you as well. The rest of you, figure it out. She goes onto the ship. So, 1, 2, 3, 4 spots are locked in.
Okay.
Meanwhile, D100.
Oh, come on, Kevin.
Kevin, wait!
Right.
What is this even?
Beat me!
That's a
Oh,
zero.
that's a 0.
7.
Beat a 7.
Gotta beat a 7. 79.
All right!
Yeah.
I love chants like that. It's so fun.
I really saw that 0. I was like, oh no.
100.
I know, that's exactly what was going through my head, too. Beat me, you can't.
Okay. You make your way down. You are quiet. You are trying to get back through the burn and rubble. But at this time, everyone begins to just scour into the tower. And you notice that they are setting up flammables that will burn this place to the ground. During your time there, would you like to roll a perception? You'll need to be high.
Absolutely.
16.
So as you are making your way down, you don't discover anything new. You're just trying to get out. As you get to the very bottom, and you make your way under the makeshift trap that you see Brill has made, you hear that people begin to, they seem to be beginning, like they've caught on to something, and they begin to follow you. How long is your invisibility good for?
An hour.
Oh, so you're fine. So you make your way out. No one's looking for somebody who's invisible, and you start to make your way toward the war. As you do, you encounter no problems from any of the guards. But as you make it about halfway to the wharf, missing his raggedy
note.
note. Did you put it on the horse though?
Yeah, he put it
Oh,
on
well
the-
then
yeah.
you might see it. But you don't know. I think it's going to have taken you a while to get up and down. I'm thinking that the best choice would probably be to go straight to the ship in order to make it in time. And as you start to ride toward it on the coastline, you begin to hear this voice calling you from behind. So as you're riding along basically the edge of Gavra, the ocean lapping against the wood of the docks and the city, which is a strong set, like a strong. I don't want to say cement, but it's like you know when a dock has. It's basically they would use cement to build a break wall. So there's a nice break wall there, and the water is pouring over it. And as you're riding, in the distance, the sun has begun to come up against the clouds. So you see it pouring its light just through the gray clouds. But on this side of the horizon, you see that it is dark. So you're kind of riding in toward the light, and something begins to call you from the dark as the light is kind of moving this way. So you're like here, riding toward the light. Too afraid to face me. You hear something stepping behind you, and even though you're riding a horse, it sounds very close.
Oh, hell no.
Torin.
I'll just push the horse down faster.
I know what you've lost.
That'll make me stop. I'll pull the horse in, and I'm not expecting to see anything, but I'll kind of turn sideways, so I have the light over here and the dark over here, and I'll kind of turn my head back a little bit. And I'll
You
just
don't
listen for a
see
second.
anything, but it looks like living darkness, just kind of moving down the side of the wharf. But it's so dark at this point, that even with your dark vision, you don't know if he's standing in the center of this kind of smog of black. A long time ago, I told you you couldn't give me advice unless you knew what I had lost. Have any advice?
Any advice I have would go over your head because I've lost much more than you have at this point.
He steps out of the darkness. I wouldn't be so sure about that.
You've taken everything from me. What more do I have to give?
He points out to the distant horizon. You see the light of the Athelion burning behind the mountains. When it is gone, then I will give you permission to die.
Well, then we're agreed. I'm not going to leave you for a very long time.
Run, Torin. And as you flee, know that this city will fall to my perversion. And the more they fear, the less your light will have hold over me.
I'll stare for just a couple seconds, and then I'll pull around and I'll keep going towards the wharf.
You run into the light. And at this point, the sun begins to rise as you hit it, and it showers over the back, and the darkness goes away. And he's not there anymore. Again, though, it is a weak light, only coming through the clouds. Your group and Torin will reach the ship at about the same time.
Oi! You the one they call Flagel Shooflam?
Indeed I am!
Right,
Are you the one I was meant to meet?
Yes, I was told to look for you. Here, the lion gave me this. You're to help us get out of here.
The crest of the lion. A good one.
That's right, Flagel.
Your friends are already on board. Sorry that I did not wait for you, but they were quite persuasive.
Well, I hope you treated him right, or the lion will hear of it.
No, he needn't hear of anything.
I hope they let the right people on.
Yeah, I hope so too. And wait, who's that? Wait, what's that horse doing with no rider? Are you invisible?
No, I think it would have worn off.
It would have
Okay,
if you
yeah.
interacted with the horse.
I like that though.
It's
I like it.
he made it. Torin.
Oh, right on you, bud! And he goes.
Yes, I'm sorry I couldn't really warn you that I was gonna do that, but I had a feeling that whatever was at the very top of the stairs was probably important, and I definitely have some things to share, but for now we should probably leave.
Oh, I begged him to wait for you. Oh, I said we can't go anywhere without
can't
Torin.
really just lie in front of us like that.
All right, maybe I did.
Honestly, I heard it.
But I'm glad you're here no matter what.
I'm glad you two are so close.
I put my hands on his shoulders. I'm sorry. I felt like the only option was for us to move on and wait for you here.
No, I'm glad
but
you
know
did.
that I didn't really leave you. We weren't really.
Oh, Torin's used to abandonment.
Did you get my note?
Wow.
No?
Too soon.
Oh.
Well, I mean, he's been left by his own
Centuries.
people. I'm not like, we found him in a box. Am I wrong?
No, yes.
See, he's all good. Right is rain.
It's okay because he had no one to say goodbye to in the whole city. So we're both alone.
Oh, stab my heart, don't you? But she's not wrong. But mine's by choice.
Well, that just means that everything that's important to you is already with you.
That's right.
How are we gonna fit all of us on this?
How many are there pirates just out here?
Well, Snake Eye stayed. He just has a spot.
Can they be
on.
fighting? I'm gonna stay. No, I'm gonna stay. No, I'm staying.
Listen, I'm staying.
They have like a fight ring.
You just toss one club in the middle.
Well, if
Bros, can I stay with them?
It's about time you got here.
6-man leave. 30-man enter. 6-man leave.
How many?
if weight is the issue, we can get rid of the drinkable water. I can take care of that.
Beer. There's not enough people to fit on this rinky-dink little ship.
How many?
Not enough people to fit?
She's yelling from on the boat. No,
It looks like there's too many people.
that's what I said.
It's not what you said.
That's what I meant.
Wait, you said we don't need any water?
Yeah, I'm assuming a ship would need a lot of potable water for a trip like this. We can overboard it. I can purify any water that we can get from the ocean.
No, you can't drink the ocean. I know it's out there and it looks like it's drinkable, but it's not. You'll go crazy and then die.
I can purify it. I can make it drinkable.
How?
You've seen the things I can do.
Oh, magic. All the situations in life solved by magic.
But what happens if something happens to you?
That's right, you will die in the middle of the ocean.
Well, that's
With
one
no
less person
water.
that needs water then.
That's right.
Why don't some of them just stay back? They don't all seem like they would maybe be that helpful anyway.
Beer. Time is of the essence. We gotta go.
Waking everyone up.
Yeah.
Hear it.
So how many people need to stay back?
All right, so you got 30 plus your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
8.
Who's 8?
Bjorn.
8 plus Aggie.
9. And it can fit 31 or 32.
31.
31. There's 30 of them, so.
So, you got to name your pirates that are going.
7.
1.
8.
How many? How many do we have going?
We just
4.
need 28.
No.
Bill.
Yeah.
5.
Wait, no, not 28.
Did we name the ones who aren't coming?
Sure.
That's fewer of them.
32.
Micah will not go because he's been here the whole time.
Micah has been there.
Yeah.
Micah's not going to go?
So we
Nope.
need
you trust
22
Micah?
of them listed.
Why?
He's not gonna go.
Okay.
He's gonna stay back and hang out with Madame Iris.
Okay.
He's got like a weird little boy crush on her.
Yeah, I mean, he should.
Do we trust them?
Yeah. He's my crazy weird character from the. He thinks that there's corruption. He wants to stay to help with whatever he feels like something's not going on, something's not right in the city. Things are happening.
So we need to choose 18.
18.
Are any of these men?
So there's 6 of us, so I think we should all name 3 pirates.
Oh, I don't know much
There's
about
7 of us. There's 7 of us, and we've got 18 pirates.
Did anyone check his math?
No.
No, well, if it's 31, I
got-
There's
subtract-
8 plus
9 and
4.
3 is
Yeah.
12. Plus 1 for Captain.
Yeah,
So
but it's
13
1, 2,
minus
3, 4, 5, 6,
So there's
7,
8 players
8 players
plus Aggie.
is 9.
9.
Plus
the 3 that are going on.
plus mate and snake eye.
So 14.
So 14.
So 31 minus 14 is 17.
Okay.
So we get 17. And there's 6 of us.
I was one off.
We should
There's
name
7 of
our...
us.
Now there's 6 of us. Everyone
For
gets to name
naming.
3 pirates.
Do you want us to name 3 pirates
Yeah,
right now?
everybody name 3
Some of
pirates.
us
Okay.
might only be 2.
My pirate that is is Fickle Phil.
That was mine.
Sorry, he's going. The other one that is up for grabs is, and you've got it in the document, we have Sea Bark's replacement.
Sea wolf.
Sea Wolf. God, he's the worst. I love him.
I'll take.
So we're naming
I'll
them?
take Seawood.
Yeah.
Yep, you free pirate.
You stole handsome. I was going.
Oh, you're gonna go with
there
handsome?
could be 2 handsome.
Please no. Jamie, you got to name 3 pirates.
I heard. I want my one that survived. What the hell was that? I don't remember.
Cassandra?
No, Cassandra died.
Finiscus Fanguego?
Yes.
No.
Fontago.
Phineas
Fuego
Fontana? Is he alive?
He's alive!
Well, Jamie, will you be our scribe
Can I
or
be?
Lore Master can be our scribe? We need somebody to write down the names of
I
them.
got you.
So, you named one. So
So
that's
Fickle Phil is going.
fifth.
Phineas Fuego Fontana is going.
So
You're
that's
good because you're going.
Vincent Velamos.
Vincent Velamos.
He was the one who was our intermediary when we first met the pirates.
Yeah.
Wait,
We're
what's his
losing
name?
our whole team.
I'm getting pirate names.
Jim Dandy.
Jim.
Wait,
Dan-
what?
Ralph Lauren's dead, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So is Carl.
Wait, what did you say?
Carl
was your
Fusa?
guy?
Carl Johnson.
Everyone's dead
Mine?
except we all had one.
Yeah. Mine's dead, and then I had.
Seawolf died. That was sad.
Is someone
No,
gonna?
Sea Bark.
We don't have a Steamboat Willie. It's a total.
What did you
missed
say yours was,
opportunity.
Kevin?
Vincent Velamos.
Vincent. What?
Good point, though.
Orbo.
I just wanted
But his name is Steam Batilli.
Phineas Fuego Fontana, Fickle Phil, Vincent Velamos.
Wolf. What was it? Seawolf?
Seawolf?
I'll take Seawolf.
Yeah, Seawolf's a good one.
Andrea Jones.
So how many do you have there?
I don't know if we all.
5.
We can't all do 3. Some of us
I did
only
one.
do 2. Oh, you only did
I did
1.
one.
12 left.
And it's okay if we don't get all the ones from the last campaign because they might have retired after that nonsense.
Got 2, Jamie. Handsome Billy.
Handsome?
Yep, Handsome Billy.
Okay.
Stewpot Jim.
Stupid. Did Sparrowjack die?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. What about the Shark Wrangler?
Yeah,
Soupy.
they're all dead. They're all dead.
Soupy.
I got
Soupy. I hate Soupy.
Old Jazz.
Old Jazz.
Yeah, that's obviously a nickname, but no one knows his name.
Terrible.
And
Did you hear Soupy?
No.
He's not a pirate.
Oh.
Not a pirate.
He was with them pretty much the entire time.
Yeah,
if
Honorary pirate.
yeah.
Who was.
Old Bloody Gum.
Old bloody gum.
Oh, you
Yeah.
said scurvy.
What?
Oh god.
Oh.
Fisting Clarence Senior.
Are these pirates together?
That's the PH.
Yeah, it's a PH. Sure,
Goes
that's
by
what
the
it is.
fist.
Fisting Clarence Senior. I don't remember what this is from, but it's one of the
like
That
Three
wasn't
maids
a
that you
Taylor.
made.
That's no Taylor.
Christina
made that.
Aguilera.
Oh no, we can't have a Taylor character.
Okay.
That-
Be careful of
I
those.
just saw your username up at the corner. Okay.
No, those are
Never
ones
mind.
Taylor made.
Yeah, fuck that.
TikTok, give us some pirate names.
Gilbert.
No, we,
And Sullivan.
Sullivan.
Sleepy-eyed Seymour.
we just stopped.
Sleepy-eyed Seymour. There you go.
Sleepy-eyed.
Sleepy-eyed
The alliteration of that's good.
Sleepy.
It's some pirate music.
Oh, here we go. Jacqueline.
They're all dead.
They're all dead.
I'm
Jacqueline
going
lived.
through them just because the first one's dead.
No,
Jules
Kevin.
the Collector.
He's got a.
I
Finnegan
know, but I'm
Fuego
saying,
Fontana.
like, when we played
you
that
said they
game,
weren't
only
dead.
one of us, every one of us had one person that lived, and everyone else died.
Oh, okay.
So, like, if you remember who lived, I don't know if we have to go through.
Fickle Phil.
Uncle Phil's in it.
Yeah.
Donner Party Pete. Cat.
Donner Party
Malphon,
Pete.
Cat
And-
Malphon.
Panhandle Pete.
Yeah, that's gotta be in there.
That's gotta be in there.
Panhandle Pete.
Who's
That-
taking that
That
one?
can be mine.
That's
That'll be
what
my
yours?
third. I like
What was
that.
it? Pat?
Panhandle Pete.
Panhandle
Panhandle
Pete.
Pete.
Although I like
Holy
Pat
shit.
better. Panhandle Pat.
Panhandle
And it's what's it?
Androgynous.
Calico
Androgynous.
Jack.
What is it?
Calico Jack.
Calico
Black Bill the Feared.
Could we have?
Which one's?
Cassius Drag.
Panhandle.
Cassius,
Do they want Panhandle
sorry,
Pete or
Cassius.
Panhandle Pat?
Let's vote.
Panhandle.
TikTok. Pat or Pete? Panhandle Pat or Panhandle Pete? It's Pat. It's got to be. in
Eli-
there.
Soggy Dan.
I feel like
I
you
like
would
Oh,
like
Soggy Dan.
I'll
gotta
take
be on
Soggy Dan.
Yeah,
I
Soggy
feel like
Dan's
I'll take
good.
I got Soggy Dan and Sea Wolf.
Seawolf.
Can it be Ocean Wolf since
Oh.
Sea Bark?
They,
Well, you
they're
guys-
saying Pete.
People are saying
Yeah,
Pete.
I like Pete.
Panhandle Pete.
Oh no,
Panhandle
then we got
Pete.
one Pat.
Soggy Dan.
Pat,
Soggy
we're-
Dan's
We
good.
need 3 more.
I only
More
have
pirate
2.
Names.
Who hasn't done their 3?
We're never gonna need.
Oh,
pick
I know.
our
I
names
need.
again.
So Phineas Fuego
Oh, we might.
Fontano.
We might.
Have you done that?
You got to
already?
voice them all.
I do. That's
Who's
the
Fickle
worst
Phil?
part.
You have Fickle Phil?
Oh yeah,
No.
that's my choice.
Oh, that's your choice.
Dustin.
So I want to go to Micah
Vincent Velamos is
since he's staying
Yeah.
behind.
Seawolf.
I've heard
Eli?
that you're trustworthy.
I don't play
Andrea
my.
Jones,
Among
that you,
these.
Ellie?
Oh.
What?
That you, Andrew Jones.
Yeah.
Who's Handsome Billy? You?
Oh,
Yeah.
Handsome Billy, Stew Pot Jim,
I want him
and
to sell
old
the horses.
Jazz.
Bleeding Gums.
Oh,
And
Bleeding
they
Gums.
can
No,
keep
Jazz
the
is
proceeds
mine.
from one to help pay
I
for.
think you're gonna want to interact with Mike.
Okay.
You definitely.
And
He found out what was
Whose
happening
character
to
is Micah?
Alan.
He found out what was happening to all the produce.
I'm gonna change my mind real quick.
Wait, what was Calvin's character's name? Oh, extra.
Extra.
You're all about it. You know about
Oh,
who's Soggy Dan?
Me.
I don't think he would have left.
But he's gonna
Oh.
feel like stay with Micah.
And then we're gonna do my last one will be we'll take from Twitch Sammy Sharkskin.
Oh, I like that.
Whoa.
Sammy Sharkskin.
But he doesn't have one yet. He names himself that because it's his goal.
You don't even know if it's a boy.
That's true. I don't. Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
That's on me.
Great Blue.
They're.
Scavy
Very,
Jones.
very neutral name.
Scaby Jones.
Scavy Jones, Admiral Davy,
Are we good? Are we have enough?
Sir
Kevin?
Gunny. No, we need 2 more. Sir Gunny.
Did you say any?
I've got my
Captain
3. You got it.
Scully, Sandbagger
Does she have your 3?
Swanson,
Does she have your 3?
Jamie, are we waiting
Does
on
she have
yours?
your 3
Yeah.
on your?
3-legged Jack
On there?
Johnson,
I got CP.
Sigmund the Sea Gangster,
Sea gangster.
Vincent, Soupy, Kristen, Clarence. Yeah, I'm good.
Pegleg Dan, Snot Seekin Seymour,
Damn, there's a lot of names.
Who was the
Wow.
sea gangster?
TD's
Way to go,
TD's,
TikTok.
There's just so many.
Crimson
S.
Sea Dog,
I'm gonna have them name my next character.
Crimson Sea Dog. Terrible.
Yeah, I think
In a
that's
good way. In a good way.
Yeah.
Toothless Tobias,
okay. I think you need that
Crimson
one.
Sea bag.
Jamie just picked 2. I think they're both yours.
Creepy Drawers David,
All right, James, you got to pick 2.
I like Tobias.
I like Crimson Sea.
It's
Sea
Tobias,
bag.
I like those
the
two.
Never Nude. Tobias the Never Nude.
I like Sigmund the Sea Gangster.
He's a never
I
knew.
do too.
I'm gonna pick Sigmund the Sea Gangster.
Okay, I love it.
That's a mouthful.
Sigmund.
Just call him Siggy.
Yeah.
Crimson's the Sea Dog is just the ghost of Sea Dog.
Yes, the
Of Seymour. I know.
He's the ghost on the ship. Crimson Sea bag.
It took up a boat spot for a
And what was the
ghost.
other one? Crimson Sea Dog.
You can't sleep in that
Sea
bed.
bag.
That's
Yeah.
Crimson's
Sea
bed.
bag. It's gotta
Sea
be
bass?
Sea bag.
Sea bass.
The sea bag. I don't know.
What?
It's very visceral.
Oh my god.
A bag of sea.
That's Kevin. Who is Sleepy-Eyed Seymour? Is that you,
That's
right?
me.
Okay.
That's me.
All right, we good?
Who's Sammy Sharkston? That's you, Ellie?
Yeah.
Jamie's all about that. She's like,
I
we're doing this
love
right.
it.
We're
I
doing this
am.
right.
only
We're
our
doing it
second
now.
No, John Jones!
Okay.
I like Toothless Tobias.
Go for it.
Who you cheat? Oh, for who?
Yeah.
Me.
That's
Toothless
real.
Take it.
Tobias.
Oh, not the
As
Crimson
long as
Sea
he's a
bag.
never, never Nude.
Toothless
Tobias.
Tobias.
All right, cool. So you're heading over to
Thanks, TikTok.
Micah.
Micah.
Micah is staying behind, right?
Oh god. Yeah.
Be ready.
Snoop Dolphin. Sorry.
Snoop Dogg.
Yeah. What do you want? Like I'm not going. I'll stay back. Whatever.
I know. And I've heard that of this lie.
Finsting Clarence has been nixed. It's Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dolphin is Excellent. We gotta let them do their scene.
Yeah, come on.
Do the scene like
Snoop Dolphy Dolph.
Snoop Dogg.
Snoop, yeah, get rid of fisting Clarence and Snoop Dolphin.
Did you change that out, Jamie?
I'm doing it right now.
Snoop Dogg.
Okay. Dustin's having the end. It'll be good.
I'm trying to make a joke that deals with like
Oh, pieces of
orphans.
AK. That's good.
Oh, that is good.
Yep.
All right.
I know. I'll go back. Yeah, I said I'm staying back, okay? Like,
Of this lot, I've heard you are one of the most trustworthy.
just to let you know, this is like a probably now 20-year-old kid.
Yeah. No, he doesn't trust any of them, so.
Oh yeah,
That's right.
I guess I could see that.
I get it all the time.
I have a task that I need you to take care of once we're gone. But I've got to know
Is it
that.
really important?
Yes.
Yeah, what is it?
See those horses?
Yeah?
I need you to sell them.
Do you have anything like more meaningful that I can do?
And then I need you to take the money and give it to my grandfather. You'll find him.
Is he like an old poor man
Yes.
that's being like oppressed in this town?
my God.
Get him, Micah.
It's like you know him.
Where do I find him? And then can I do
You'll
some?
find him at the Church of Tides. He's known
Oh.
as Father Patches.
Okay, yeah, that seems pretty easy. I can do that.
You'll be able to find him. Just ask around, and hopefully that you'll get enough for this to help tide him over while I'm gone.
Yeah,
I can count on you.
yeah,
You
of
can
course.
keep-
I'm.
You can keep 20% for yourself.
Oh, I don't even think I need that much. Like, I'm good.
Good.
The rest of the pirates,
You can tell he's taking this task like way too seriously.
Okay.
hand selected by Snake-Eyed Joe. The remaining he sends back off to Madam Iris. Listen, it's not you, it's your skill. And that can be improved. Now head out. All right, I did what you asked. I got rid of some of me most hardy men and women. But here we are, a crew made for a small skiff like this. What are we gonna call her? Every good ship needs a name before she sets sail, and a bottle of your finest wine or brandy to christen her.
I looked to see if there's a name already on the ship.
There is.
What is it?
It's just called like Eljan 2.
The White Clan.
It already. I whispered like, it already has a name.
Yeah, that it's ours now.
I always kind of like Graham's Promise.
What?
Is that a dirty reference?
That's a great name, Whisper. That's real strong. That'll instill.
All right, I'm
Jay-
just throwing it out there. I thought we were having a brainstorming, but no.
Jamie loves it. Helena throws up a little.
All right.
I've got one. Isabella.
I thought that was already taken.
Well, but you know, it's a good name.
That's weird. It's also weird to rename something that already has a name.
The bottom scratcher.
I don't like that one.
No.
Not a fan of that one.
What about a light? Something about a light. You lot and you and your light and your light.
How about
The
the light,
shadow.
the light that won't stay lit? Because
That's a
your light
mouthful.
won't stay lit.
The Barnacle Byron.
What about the Dawn Tread? Oh wait, no, I think that's stolen by something
There we
else.
go, right.
What if it's the shadow because we're guided by the light but we can't be seen? So we're casting off of the light.
I don't really give a shit what the ship is named.
It's got to have a name. And this shit name, Elson 2.
I'm sorry. I don't usually get worked up, but that's a terrible name. Who the fuck was else on one?
Like there's just a ship in the sea that is just broken to pieces.
I honestly, like, this is the mate. I once saw him fight a kraken, and I didn't see him this upset.
What I'm saying is it's a terrible name. A terrible name.
It's all right, Captain. He starts
Okay.
massaging Snake Eye Joe and kind of takes him out of the game. Like, we'll
Change the name before we set
How
off.
about Graham Shadow? There you go. That's both of your things.
The Light of Tyve.
that's a great name.
I'm just-
The Light of Tyve. It's not a terrible name.
There's no light here.
We're the light.
I'm not the
We're the light, like the.
We're the light seekers.
No.
No.
Light.
Light
Light bringers, light.
Dawn Cutter.
The you could call it the light of gravity.
Dawn.
Boat.
Boat fight.
Bodie McBoatface.
Boat fight.
Oh well.
Boat fight.
This is a lot harder than I thought it would be.
Tom's Cruise.
Oh no.
Adventure weed.
Why don't
Winter weed.
Someone likes Graham Shadow.
why don't
One person.
Somewhere in the
One.
universe.
why don't you just name it a pretty girl's name like Aaron names his guitar?
Isabel too.
What about Lily?
Oh.
Yeah, she was a pretty
like
girl.
that.
Oh, you could definitely get some after
Seize
that.
the day.
I rather like Lily.
Yeah, that's not Snake Eye. Is that good enough for you?
What if we call it like, or like the iris? That'd be something else, right? The blooming petal shadow, lily shadow.
Lily's Iris.
Is there like how do they have the
Dawn.
name written on the ship?
The Dawn Orchid.
Lily's kiss.
Is there any
Orchid.
paint?
No,
What was the name of that prophecy you're always talking about?
What?
The prophecy.
I wanna investigate.
you barely told us when we met. Yeah, you're like, this
I
is
wanna-
important to me.
The one about
Gus,
your
I would
brother.
like to investigate for paint.
Right.
Sure.
Right.
The
15.
You find paint.
I take the paint. I grab it, and I will. How easy it would be to get to where I could paint the part of the boat.
I think you can do it. You're at the dock.
I will just start painting Lily on it because I want to leave.
Okay.
And then I put Lily's song.
Oh, okay. I can get behind that.
Cute.
All right,
And then-
Lily's song.
And then I stop painting it, and
Brill's already like on the boat.
Yeah.
Packed up, like waiting.
Pulling up the anchor.
Like I
This
put on
is
my
literally the
seatbelt.
most unimportant thing I've ever done.
I can get on board with that name.
Sandra comes out. Are we going?
Yes, we are riding on the gentle waves of Lily's song.
Whatever.
Right.
Well, I think it's well. All right, somebody get me some brandy.
How are we gonna find brandy? I'm gonna search
we
for
have
brandy.
Brandy.
Wait, can I-
What ship kinda don't have no brandy? Or ale or rum?
What?
Right,
Flagel. Oi,
Do you have
Flagel.
do you have some of your mushroom wine left?
Yes?
Flagel. We need to christen this ship with like a bottle of brandy or wine.
I just so happen to have this this Soul de Flan.
What is that?
Oh,
It's called Soul de Flan.
May I?
It's very expensive.
No, may I see it for a quick second?
All right.
Snake Eye, I found a bottle of brandy. Can we get going?
That'll work just fine. I thought we were gonna drink it together. He just takes it and smashes it against the hull of the ship. Let it be, son. Let the rhythmic pulse of Lily's song spread out onto the sea. Raise the masts, and they're already raised. Pull the anchors, already pulled. Let us head on out.
It's already gone.
bye.
It was the harbinger of light. Okay.
That would have been good too.
I could only.
I couldn't remember what
Nice.
the word was. I'm like,
That would have been a good
Heartburner?
name. That would've been-
That would have been good.
I was getting there, and they're just like, I'm just writing Lily. I'm like, okay.
Nice job. Nice job, here.
Fear just does not.
She doesn't.
There's always time to change. Always time to change.
Next boat.
Next.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
boat
this
is
is
on.
when
This
gets
is
to
a
Tattered
temple.
Island.
Lily's
Yeah,
song too.
we'll save that for the sky ship we're gonna get.
Yeah.
Sky ship. Sky.
Turn the music
Landers?
up, please. For the first time in our 13 and a half episode game, you find yourselves back on a ship. The ship pulls away from the docks of Tyve into the unrelenting waters of the sequestered sea. It is the first time you have left the mainland of Scarston. Aaronin walks up to one of the rails and looks out, and as you look at him, there's a calmness that comes over him. And those of you who'd see him would believe this is where he belongs. He seems more at home, but then kind of goes back to his quirky self. As the ship pulls away in the distance to the north, you see a large wall that makes its way across the northern side. The wall has been shattered by what Silas did with the scepter. But quickly, Snake Eye Joe turns the helm and the ship begins to head toward the Shattered Isles. To your south, you see the castle of Gavra, as well as the large obelisk of stone that had glowed a few days earlier. Nervousness begins to fill you all as you look down into the icy depths of the ocean and remember that something lurks out here in the depths.
Don't roll poorly. Get attacked by that.
Within about an hour, you pass through some of the sundered ships that are still half sinking in the reefs off of Gavra. But in the distance, you see the spotted outline of an armada, the Gavran embargo that now blankets the sea, and you go south of it, not wanting to come across that large naval shipyard. You move quickly, and you know as you are heading out of the city, you see that it probably won't be long before Silas is able to muster a crew to make a go for the mainland, despite the chances of him succeeding being rather slim. The Shattered Isles are 7 days away on the open ocean. What do you want to do? Welcome to the Great Blue Yonder.
I feel like we're going to like Act 2. We've completely
Maybe.
finished one area, but didn't explore it all.
You didn't get the gold trophy.
No.
Do-do-do-do.
Try and find Xandra.
You'll find her. You'll find anybody
Oh, okay.
on this
There's
ship.
no getting
Yeah,
away.
no way.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Xandra, may I speak to you in private?
There's not much privacy on this ship, but we can go up to the main deck. So the ship that you're on is 4 levels. They're not tall levels. You have the very base, which is where all your storehouses will be. That's where your food is. It's where the pirates brought on any provisions that they would have had. Ale barrels.
How much gold did they bring?
They brought quite a bit of gold.
They still had quite a bit of gold? Okay. I was just curious how much they spent.
Yeah. The second level is human storehouse. So this is where the cots and hammocks are. Your ship has no armaments, so it does not have cannons or anything that would defend itself against an attack. On the top deck, it's a top deck. It has 2 main masts, and it goes up a short distance of about 15 feet up to where the helm will be, and she wants to go to the very back of the ship and talk.
Deal.
So there's not a lot of places to hide. There's not a lot. You can see basically the whole ship from if you're standing up by the helm. You can see almost the whole ship.
Bro would be at the front, like watching.
As you are at the
Hold me,
front of the
Soggy
ship,
Dan.
you do notice that this ship in particular, which is a bad omen here, has no guardian. It has no mermaid. It has
We did.
There's nothing on the front.
I believe that would be a okay area.
What can I help you with?
First off, my name is Normandy, as you know. Your name is Xander, correct?
She looks at you. Deception.
Oh. Not that dice. Those dice.
Start off by lying to me.
Hmm. 9 still. I took advantage in it.
No, it's not. And she walks away from you.
And I know your name's not Xandra.
She kind of turns back. All right, point taken.
I have suspicion to believe that you're not who you say you are at all. I know of your name, of course, but... And I mean no harm to you, but I'd like to learn of you.
What do you want to know?
What your true name is. Not true name, but you're not Xandra.
Istarius.
Could I do like a religion check on that?
Sure.
Yeah, I was saying, I wonder, if people around this area know about her?
Normandy sure doesn't.
That one?
Not in that one, but...
Can I share my inspiration?
No.
You don't know. Sounds made up.
Could I insight her?
Sure.
That's a stupid name.
Oh my god, no. Okay, I'm not using those dice.
You're not sure to tell the truth. But I prefer Xandra.
I'll keep it on you, Sandra, but I have suspicion to believe that... I don't know how to put it quietly or calmly, but a god. Your eyes flickered and...
As you say this, she just goes pale and almost immediately regrets the name she's given you. She grabs you and pushes you up to the edge of the ship. Give me one reason why I shouldn't throw you over.
Because I have a girl to protect. She's not mine, but she has no one left.
She just kind of...
I don't mean harm to you. I just want to help her, protect her. My name is Francis. Francis Felric. I was a family member of the Felric house. We've poisoned this land for too long. My parents died by my family's means.
She lets you go. Forget the name I just gave you.
I won't tell anyone of it.
My name is Cecil. I am from a faraway land. And at one time, yes, people thought I was what you think I am. But I'm not anymore. At least I don't want to be. I gave you the name that they worshipped me under because I thought you wouldn't know. But I don't want to be that person. And I certainly shouldn't have said it out loud.
Then we have something in common. I never knew what Istarius was.
Don't say it.
I won't, but...
But you just... Okay.
Not anymore, but it's just... I didn't know what else to call you. May I ask what it was the god of?
No. It's like a lifetime ago, and I lost a lot because of it.
I understand.
I'm not that.
I believe you.
And even if I was, it's going away.
I was the same thing for the Felric name on myself, but it seems to keep coming back to me. A brother found me, tried to kill me. I understand what it's like to try to lose a name, but it'll always stick with you. All you can do is regret and try
My
to be
mother
the new
killed
you.
hundreds of children so that people wouldn't figure out anything about me.
I could know nothing less.
I lost my father and my mother. And now I'm about to lose one of the only people who I still love.
May I ask what has happened to her then? But
I'm not sure. We went on an expedition and she came back changed. And slowly it began to affect her. And now she's not the person that I remember. And I think that out there, she points to the north, that camp,
the mountains? Would I know?
beyond it,
Would I know anything of beyond?
only the light. Nope,
Only the light?
only the light.
You wish for the light to help you?
I think it's the only thing that can.
I believe we can help each other. I will, with my compatriots, attempt to get you there as fast as we can. But I would, if I live, of course, I would like to see off this wretched island. That's going to be the hardest part, not getting to the center. I'm going to, look to the south and point.
To
It's
the
getting
wall
past,
of
yeah,
water. Yep.
it's getting past that.
One problem at a time.
One problem at the time.
Perception check.
I'm not rolling well.
Oh, you're ready. Come on. This is it.
I got
Come on.
this. It's not terrible. It's an 11.
Not high enough.
Yeah.
Please.
All right.
If anything happens to me or I'm out and you're still on the ship, do you mind protecting Aggie for me?
He looks over at her. I think she can protect herself.
I don't doubt that. It's just, I fear for her. A lot has happened to her at such a young age.
All right. I'll keep an eye on her.
Thank you.
But you should too.
I've been trying to. It's just, I was forced in this role.
Yeah. Me too.
This has been a great talk.
Yeah. I'm gonna stay here if that's all right.
I'll go see the rest of the ship.
Francis.
Yes.
We're not who we're born as. And a name is only a name.
It was only a name.
She'll look back out.
I'll go back to the rest of the crew. To Aggie.
As you start to walk down the steps, you see just out of one of the steps, this tall person just comes up and muscles up to you.
Can I do an insight to see if he knows if I know anything?
Sure.
Come on. First good roll. I don't know what my insight is. 18.
So it is Len. He obviously knows, and he is threatening you pretty severely.
Lips shut, keys in the ocean, won't ever find it again. I quite like you. May I ask you the same question? If I'm ever not here and you're here, could you also protect... I'm going to point towards where Aggie is. You also mind helping me protect her? If I know, I understand if you have your hands full with Xandra, but be deeply
He just
appreciated.
walks away from you.
Well, I'm not sure he likes you very much.
See the other one dressed in the same armor come up to you.
But that's all right. It takes time. Usually it's very talkative.
He didn't... Does he talk to you?
Talks all the time. The challenge is getting him to stop.
I mean, I guess I haven't been around either of you for a while, but it's just, I haven't seen him just speak once.
I don't know what to tell you on that one.
Who are you?
The name is Ned Flanders.
Pleasure to meet you. Like stick out my hand.
He'll grab it, but he grabs it like this.
From the Golden Inquisition, far across the sea.
May I ask you of this Inquisition?
Ruled by one of the finest paragons this side of Nabell. Lord Joseph Carthagen of the Carthagins.
I haven't heard this name before.
Well, remember it.
I will.
For you, if you are ever 6 months to the east, and you find yourself caught up in Adra, he'd be one you'd want to know.
Adra. Who do you know best that could teach me of Adra?
Well, I know a thing or two, I will say myself. What do you want to know?
Oh God, I have so much I could ask here. Who's the main god there?
We have 7 days. You could just say, I
yeah.
talked to Ned
Sure, I'll
for a
talk to
good
Ned.
part of that
No,
time.
let's RP the whole thing.
Alrighty
Come on, gross
then.
domestic product.
Yeah.
What would you say the main economy there is? Like, what do you export, import?
There used to be people. Not anymore.
Frowned upon.
What do you mean, people? Like,
There was a lot of unrest there for a couple of centuries. But honestly now, I'd say that it's... Well, let me think about it. I'm quite fond of the bread.
It's worth 5 gold pieces of
It's real expensive.
alright, how large is Adra? Like, one kingdom, multiple kingdoms? Couple continent size? No, it would be continent.
I haven't explored all of the southeast, but I'll tell you what I have seen. It's quite large. Mountains, swamps, floating kingdoms.
What do you mean floating kingdoms?
Not a chain city, that one is. I wouldn't go there. They're haunted.
You also have a chain city? of this sorts?
There's a fortress to the north in the mountains called Boreal Keep. I'm from a place called Garanduk. Used to be Tarfon, and then it was intermixed with Garanduk to become Garifon.
Why not Terrandak?
It's confusing. Don't even say that out loud to me.
But I feel like...
Fucking Terranduck sympathizers.
I don't know what Garifon or Terrandak is. It just makes more sense to me. I mean, it is quite silly. Never mind, I understand. I understand, Garifon.
Why don't you let it sit with you for a little bit?
Garifon is the better name.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thought
for...
we were gonna have a problem.
Terran duck, more like Terran fuck. Yeah,
One of the pirates.
the Terran. Fuck that.
That's right. Here. If I weren't 3 years sober, I'd toast to you.
Oh, that's great news.
One of his eyes just won't focus.
The rest of the group is on the ship. You're welcome to do whatever you would like.
I would go ask you what happened. I'm sure that most of us want to know that.
Yeah. If most of the group is at least gathered around.
Yeah.
So the clock tower, I'm sure, is gone by now. They were soaking it with something flammable on my way out. But anyway, at the very top was the I'm assuming the office of Kefthalda. She is dead. I did find her in her office.
Oh shit.
And she had some interesting artifacts in her office from the very short time I was able to rummage around before it was destroyed. She had this, and I pull out a necklace with the Ouroboros, the snake eating itself. She was wearing this, and to my understanding, I don't know if we want to call it problematic, but...
Well, wait, Brill, are you guys making the bad glints?
No,
You're working with those people?
that has been the symbol of the Arcanium for hundreds of years. May I?
I thought that was the symbol of that other asshole company.
It's the symbol of the Arcanium.
Do I know? I know enough about Gavra. Would I know? Did they adopt the symbol of the Arcanium, being Jormungandr?
So you know that the symbol is used by Jormungandr. Will you give me knowledge history to see if they brought you into the upper folds?
Yeah, there you go.
Knowledge history. The higher of the two is the 12 plus 1, 13.
You think they're related? They seem to. They're related.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know when they connected or whatever. Were they members at one point?
Yeah, you're not 100% sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You just know that like Jormungandr and Arcanium.
You know they're making the bad glints, right?
Why would I know that?
Did we not tell him that?
We discussed that they're the ones mining. Correct.
Yeah, give me another knowledge history, sir.
Well, we had talked about it when we were in the tavern.
I'm trying to give you more knowledge.
Oh, okay.
You know.
Okay. That's a natural.
Hey.
20.
Yeah.
There you go.
The Arcanium uses the glints of Jormungandr, whatever their relationship is. They are studying the Black Gallants, so that's how they're trying to learn more about it. And Jormungandr mines them, brings them in, and they study them. There was something else that's the black glints. Rarely have they directly caused the plague. They do seem to be associated, but more recently you would know that it started to happen, like very recently.
It's as though the mines have gone too deep, and the glints they're bringing back are darkened somehow. I'm not a scientist, though. It's not. I'm not the one sitting in the.
But
So it's all so.
do we all? Are we on the same page of thinking that that company was like trying to like poison people, or is that not what we're all thinking?
Well, I think this is interesting because maybe they're bringing the glints over. We don't know how it got all the way out there to that village.
To the farm, yeah.
Right.
And there were some barrels in the clock tower as well that they specifically told the guards not to go near, not to
Yeah,
touch.
and with his brother.
Oh, I've also got just like I just start out of my pockets, just like handfuls of like half-burned pieces of paper. I just started grabbing things as much as I could. I don't know if any of this might be anything.
I don't know what it is, but I know where we can take it, and somebody will appreciate it.
Okay.
Perhaps not all is lost. The primary work of the Arcanium of late has been to figure out how to cure this plague.
Have you gotten any?
Oh, that changes things up pretty good.
They
Should I go anyway?
They were investigating the sites around the country where it seemed like these outbreaks had started. Did not seem as though it was random.
Did you find any cure?
Yeah, is there? So we gave them the sample of the black lint, and then also they were working on the juice. Were they working at the Arcanium, or did they have like an off-site where they would have done work like that? I hate to think that all that knowledge is lost.
There's another location.
Maybe you guys should study that little blue thing that eats darkness.
The Mark?
Yeah, because he definitely cured
Oh,
those
shit.
people. The
Mark?
plague.
I hope he made it
Turn
on
the boat
ship.
around.
It's just like splashing in the water.
One number you don't want on a D4.
Oh no! I don't
Can you
want,
roll it on the table where we can see?
I don't want a 2.
I don't know that I can handle that.
I don't know. I got a good feeling about 2. I don't want a 3.
What do you want?
I don't want a 3. I don't want a 3.
I can't even look.
It's a 1.
All right.
It's a 1.
Yeah, it's a 1. Okay.
About time you listen to my game. Thought you were gonna. Mark said you were gonna leave me.
Sorry, camera.
No, we had no intention to do it. There's just a lot of life or death there at the very last minute, so we kind of had to rush.
It seems to be the well, it seems to be the place with you.
Is he invisible still?
Yeah, this thing, I know you can't see it, but he definitely cured the plague. Right?
He did something to Ego. He was able to draw the darkness out of him. I don't know if he made him better or worse, but I do know that he was no longer dying of the plague. But something else definitely happened.
You can argue that, Mark.
Oh, did you? I thought you had no real idea of what you were doing.
So
Do you have any more
you've
insight?
seen him?
Yeah, he's blue.
No, I don't. But this is, you can ask me if you want it. I'm pretty sure.
Like the same shade as him?
Mark is here.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah.
But I don't know what he is. He's short.
In my travels, have I ever come across a blue creature?
Never.
Okay.
He's invisible right now.
Yeah, I know. I'm. Can he show himself? Or?
He can, but it's quite costly to have him go invisible.
Oh, yes!
Hey, no, you get back in there. You scare Smarek.
Yeah, Mark.
Hey guys, it's me, Rue.
Normandy, can you figure out what this thing is that you found and brought?
This party is roof full.
I can. Sure. I'll pick him up. Remember, you can't go into my shadow.
Okay.
Alrighty. Should I take him across the ship somewhere? He's terrifying. I'm gonna look at one of the pirates nearby. Do they have any reaction to it?
Yeah, they're like, what the hell is that?
Look at them. They're confused.
No, I want you to figure out what it is. Like you brought it.
Rue, what are you?
Do you have some kind of spell that can
I don't know.
figure something out?
Besides, do you have anything idea what this thing
What do
is?
you want to use? We could dissect him.
I want him alive.
Well, that makes it harder then.
I mean, he could be
He's
like our.
talking to his person.
He could be
again.
like our
I
pet,
know, it's
Matthias. He
really
could be
normal.
our apprentice. We could all three of us together.
I don't often get familiar.
So there's an invisible one, a shadow one, and an in his head one.
Yeah, we don't know what that is, but he talks to himself a lot.
All right.
I'm just a soldier.
I'm just a musician. And a thief. And a lover.
That's a lot.
And a fighter.
And a fighter. Also a fighter, yes.
I love
It's
it.
in the bottom here.
So did you find anything else?
Yeah, one or two things. Nothing terribly relevant. Another what I believe is a Vayan artifact.
That seems important.
Did you bring that?
Yeah. It's and I pull out. It's just a simple cloth doll. A little bit of a blue hue to the.
Does it just look like a baby Vayan doll, or does it look like? Does it look like Thmark?
It doesn't look like Thamaric.
No.
It looks like a baby doll that is. It looks like a baby van. Okay, so everyone's around this doll. And they look.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it is a wisdom saving throw. This is a group saving throw. All 7 of us are going to roll. You have to break 100. If you roll a natural 20, you get to roll again and continue to add it.
This is a what?
Wisdom saving throw.
All right, I get to add 19 to the total.
18.
10.
14.
17.
Also 17.
So you want to add them up? Aaron gets to roll to help you.
So
too.
here, I'll calculator.
You got it.
So 10,
17.
17.
17.
18.
19.
14.
I think it's
Aaron
very
in?
hard.
Need a 5 or higher.
Good. Aaron has a
-5.
3 wisdom saving.
No one. No one. Oh God.
4.
Okay.
102.
Just break it.
You guys had some high rolls there, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Goodness. Yeah.
At the beginning, I was like, we're not gonna.
No, that's
Yeah.
We're known for our
Daunting.
wisdom, though.
Wise beyond our years.
Okay. You guys have been talking for a while. You've been sailing for a while. And as you sail beyond, it starts to get harder to see to see Gavra. Again, you can see the mountains because they're so tall. They go all the way up beyond the clouds. But Gavra starts to become smaller and smaller the farther you go away. Until basically you can only see the dots of a couple of ships, and Gavra begins to fall out of your view except for one of the mountain peaks.
Sorry.
As he brings out the doll and you all look at it, it seems to be an inert doll until something inside of you clicks. You don't remember anything you don't know, but the doll feels real. And as it does, you see that there's a small shimmer that goes up Torin. He doesn't even really notice it, but it's almost like something in your mind is changing. You didn't even know that it was happening. But when Torin went to sleep, where Torin was away from you, the memory of Torin grew thinner, almost like it didn't matter if he showed up. It also was very easy, even though you thought about him a couple of times, it was easy to leave him behind. And the morality just kind of fell away. But as you're looking at this doll, Torin seems like he's there. And emotion inside of you clicks that this is a living, breathing person. For a split second, out in the ocean, almost like a green flash on the water, you see what looks like a great tower pulling itself out of the ocean. Beautiful and intricate, almost like it's made of wielded glass into different curvical shapes that doesn't seem like it's possible with artisans' hands. And as you blink, it's gone, and the memory feels almost like a dream shared by all of you. That's it.
What do you all know of the light beyond the mountains?
That Helena wants to go to it.
It's always there.
I'll tell you what I know, and I don't know if it may meet or exceed what you know, but this is what I've come to remember. There is a lake in the middle of these mountains that is pure light. And stop me if I'm trying. There's a very thin line between what I know and what I don't know, and I'm trying to walk that. This lake is made from something called the Ithilien, and I think we may have heard the name once or twice, battling those people in armor. But I pull out my glint. Ithilien is basically the distilled version of this light. When the Ithilien was created, the byproduct of that creation infused the rocks nearby, and that's what glint is. And I think, barring any other possibilities, that the Ithilien is the light that pretty much all of us are looking for. Now, the difficult part is getting to it. It is surrounded by mountains that are completely impassable. And that's all the further I know about the subject.
Are there towns by this lake?
I've never heard of anything like this. I thought it was just a light in the sky.
Are there any gaps that I can fill in from Arcanium research?
The Arcanium knows almost nothing about
Okay.
that.
Whisper, you know something.
No, Torin, I was just wondering, did you all see that tower? I thought I saw a tower. Is that where you're from? Was that your place?
I used to travel these oceans on ships made of
I thought it
crystal,
was just me.
and there were stars in the sky, and my people were free, and they were happy, and they were without any pain.
Did you use the light from the lake?
In some ways, yes. For some, it was a source of magic. For some, it was a source of their faith.
So did we have a vision of his homeland? Of that? No, that wasn't what we saw.
It was just him, yeah.
No, we just saw the tower.
Oh, the tower that's off.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think there is a tower, but maybe it just overcasted over it, because I saw it too.
I thought I was losing my mind.
I thought I got into some of your mushrooms.
You would never eat them.
No, but maybe the smell, they're very toxic.
They're all in piles anyway.
Was the tower in front of us or was it back?
It was to the north of you as you're heading to the west.
So the way we're heading.
No,
And
it was to the north. You're heading west.
Rising out of the water?
It was.
Okay.
So, Torin, you will believe, like, as you're putting things together, this might be a remnant of your civilization. It's gone now.
Ever since I've returned, I get flashes like, I'm assuming you all saw what I just saw from what you've been saying. I've been getting flashes like that, and the only thing I can discern is it is the remnants of my people. We used to,
Why would we all see it?
because of me, because of this doll.
When you find old stuff, does it happen?
Yes, from what little experience I've had from artifacts from back then. Anytime we come across something like this, I do have a flash of something. I feel a little bit different, a little bit more corporeal, a little bit more here.
I know
Torin, oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I like you, and you seem very powerful. But this is hard for me because where I come from, if a civilization dies out, it means it was because they weren't strong enough to survive.
Where I come
So-
from, we just don't die out.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, my people would never, like, not be a thing anymore. So, like, why are you so special? I guess.
Or what happened to your people?
I'm not sure about that. I know there was some great cataclysm, for lack of better words. I do remember things like meteors falling from the sky and my people at war with some kind of, I don't know if it was another race or an entity. I know that the folks in the black armor were part of it.
Well, what's the
What, like,
oldest
so like
history?
they could like bring fire down from the sky, is what you're
Well,
saying?
What's the history you were all taught growing up? Like, what created this?
An expedition of the houses.
But where did they come from? Was that, like, what was there before them?
You'd have to talk to the maybe Norns people about that.
You guys don't learn anything about
Our
that?
ancestry came from the expeditions, like he said.
I have an old book on it, but it's
Was
like
this
mythos
wall of
is.
water here when always?
They came
long
through
as
the
we know.
expedition, yeah. That's,
And then as time went on, they split up in between.
I know where there's more artifacts. They may help put together more of the story, but it's a other direction.
I've heard that there's some in Piln. Are those the ones you were talking of?
The Arcanium.
Okay.
Well, part of
It's
the.
based out of Pill.
So I just want you to know, like, if it were any other civilization, I'd be like, you probably deserve to, like, be gone forever. But I like you, and that doesn't happen often. So, like, I want to find these artifacts to help you find your people.
But also, like,
that's very kind of you. That's
How-
nice.
also, it's kind of crazy that he just, like, disappeared, but, like, he didn't die.
Right?
He's, like, here.
Because he's here. So that's saying something. You're on my good side.
I will say to that fashion at least, I don't know, like I said, I don't know exactly what happened, but I have a feeling that there was some kind of measure put in place or something in the terms of how my people were eradicated to wipe away any mention of us in the histories. There's no...
Yeah, I've never heard of you before.
Yeah, just speaking with you, like if my people were as great as they were, then there had to have been something left over.
Well, maybe there's more boxes with more people like you in them.
There could be.
The victors write the history.
Do you believe there's any possibility of any remnants of your people being near the Athelian?
It's possible, especially if nobody really knows what's on the other side of those mountains.
I know that. My thigh.
Should we just be heading to the mountains then? Like, do we not take this ship north?
No, we're...
We can't get there without the special ship.
Well, it was a question.
And of everything I've heard from the mainland, we're in no shape to come close to it yet. It's a little out of our wheelhouse.
I don't think this ship would survive the mainland. We need to find that maelstrom ship that has like the special gadget. I tried talking to that Felicia-ish goblin-looking man, but he had no idea what I was talking about.
It would be Flagel. Flagel Shoeflam.
The goblin man.
Description: Goblin Man.
Goblin man.
I worked really hard on that name, Jamie.
It's not you, Martin.
That was just to make Kevin have to write it down in the glossary. You know, we just like to give you as many new characters per session.
We will be
I will
finding
say
them
for
again.
the future, though, if you're ever in a really important place and it's burning down, try and bring us more stuff than just burnt paper. Because we might be able to help more.
I have a feeling that anything of true import was already raided when
Helena,
the stars
but
came
I
through.
found this, and I don't know if it's worth anything.
What?
Mimic oyster.
It is just like this fleshy, hairy.
Was it from the treasure box that you guys
Yeah.
The mimic. Yeah.
What is that?
I don't know, but feel it. It's very hard.
I don't want to touch it.
Is there any way you can identify that? Perhaps?
I don't actually.
Why do you
I
guys
have the
keep bringing
components
us
for
weird
it.
things?
I think this was inside of a treasure box.
I don't have a pearl.
We
Yes,
need
you do.
to
It's right
study
there.
Other things.
Pearl.
Have you tried like peeling the flesh off?
Well, it's.
I'm gonna investigate it. I don't think I've really done that.
You don't need to roll. Like, you could peel the flesh off if you wanted.
But like, what's under it?
You'd have to peel flesh
I
off.
would peel a piece of it.
Okay, you begin to peel the flesh off of it, and you see a black stone.
No.
Looks like a glint.
I peel all the flesh off of it.
It is a black glint the size of your fist.
How dark? Like how dark?
Black.
Marek, what do you say of that?
Mark, that's bad news. Throw it into the ocean.
Brill, this is a very big glint.
Things keep turning into things after we open boxes.
Could this be purified?
What?
Like Thmarek?
Into money?
No. Well, that would kill Thmarek.
No, Brill, because your people fix this glint. Because look how big it is.
Do we want to?
Doesn't the shadow jumper fix these things? You.
Yep.
You. Do you fix the
Brill,
black
do you like
skin
this thing?
glints?
Oh, that's what turns you into one of me.
Oh,
Oh. Could you reverse
could we
the
use it
effect?
on someone?
No. I can hold it though. Nothing bad will happen to me.
Sure.
Yeah, you hold on
Oh,
to
like,
it.
what-
Here, put the black thing down.
What does he do with it?
He grabs it and puts it into a pocket that you don't see.
Could we use that against somebody?
Slowly.
As a weapon?
Like hide it near them. Make them eat some of it.
How long? If I
you ate
touch
one
it
of
for a
those?
long
No, I
time.
didn't eat one of those. My story is more tragic.
If
Only
I-
I could remember.
If I touch, like how slowly?
Days, weeks, months, years. Depends on the person. Depends on their goodness. Depends on their light.
So is a lot of light, it would take longer?
Yeah, probably.
So you would die instantly, so don't touch
Well,
it.
I'm already touched it and I'm fine.
Oh, you did touch it. You're probably dead.
I'm not.
But
okay, well, then that's good.
She's okay with that.
Could we? What if we carved it into a jewelry and gave it to Silas?
I don't know if he would wear it.
We
It's
would.
not his style.
It's black.
It might not be his style.
What if we?
I heard stories about someone like having a black necklace and then they were cursed like forever.
Yeah, but we just have one of Silas's friends give it to him as a gift.
The curse of the Coast Googly
Yes.
Okay, so as you begin to talk, as you're continuing to talk, you notice that Aggie comes up. And as she does, she just she moves toward the front of the ship, the sea breeze blowing through her hair, and she gets real quiet. And you hear the heave ho of the men like moving different moving chains, and they're messing with the mast, and some of them are just messing around. Some of them are gambling, throwing dice. You hear kind of rowdiness downstairs. As you watch Aggie, there is a quietness that overcomes her. And if any of you catch it and walk toward her, I don't know if anyone will. Okay, so you'll walk toward her. Huh?
Still at the front of the boat.
Yeah.
So.
So she walks up towards you as you're standing there, and she just, before you even get there, she looks at you, Brill, and just says, "Can you hear her song?"
Something from out there.
You just hear the wind kind of whistling along the water. She's out there. The tangled one.
Knowledge religion.
Sure.
This is Aggie talking?
15?
Yeah. It's pretty pervasive in the culture. The tangled one is a being that seems to be the reciprocal of Eth. She is a being that is like a siren that calls out to those that she deems unworthy, and they go out to drown in their death, to their death. They drown. That's the same thing. So,
What am I
she
thinking?
is the reason that the celebration of the festival of Eth happens, where they do new beginnings and give away their basically their sins in order to cleanse themselves in the water.
Does where we were just at, Gavra, do they do that same crazy festival as the Shattered Isle?
Yeah, so all of Scarsden does.
Okay, I didn't know.
You missed it though. You went to Ephthalis instead of the Shattered. You didn't go to Andros for the festival.
Right. Okay, I didn't know if it was the
'Cause,
same
yeah, that's
exact
where
thing.
with the people we passed, they were heading.
Yeah.
Fear not. The lady wouldn't send us on this fresh new adventure to find our death before we even began.
I'm not sure their goals are aligned. Intermission.
Whoa! What?
So we're gonna go to intermission. 20 minutes. We'll be back.
Woo! See you soon, everybody. All right.
Welcome back after intermission. We are waiting to hear the amazing psalm of Brill. Deja vu. Can you hear the song of the tangled one out there?
Brill taps the book of Psalms given to him by his grandfather, and he says, "When the storm breaks and the dawn shatters the swales pointing out over the ocean to sheets of glass, something, something, something." Psalm 4, 6 or 22.
The call will return you home.
Yeah.
And she'll walk away from you. Here you
He
just
flips the
approach.
check.
Yeah.
Okay.
You approach right as she's leaving. She just she looks at you, smart one, pointing to Brill, and keeps walking. Everyone's very moody. They're walking away a lot. I like it.
Well, while we're being moody, Whisper is actually kind of staying away from the sides of the ship because one of his earliest memories is the shipwreck. No, I mean, like he there was a shipwreck and he knows he was a child, but his mom, stumbled to shore with him and said that they'd lost everything, and so he's kind of scared of being on the ocean.
Aaron's going to notice this and walk up to him and kind of hit him on the back lovingly. You all right?
Oh, I miss the city. I miss the streets below my feet and the roof above my head, scaffoldings and balconies I can jump to. This ain't for me.
Just think of it like the sky is like a big blanket with pinholes in it, and that's what the stars are if we had stars.
Right, but I can't, like, kick the blanket off of me. It's just like,
Yeah, but it's like it's swaddling you, you know? Like a baby.
I'm no baby, man.
All right, I'm sorry. I was trying to give you a different perspective.
I appreciate
And it doesn't smell like piss.
I appreciate what you're trying to do. I'll feel better when we're on dry land. That's all I'm saying. I'm just
Well, we're gonna be on the ocean for a while.
It's gonna
You're
be a
all right.
long 70.
You guys have terrible bedside manner.
Also, I don't feel like your land's ever really dry. It's always kind of wet.
You get used to that, though.
It doesn't really bother me. I just don't think it's dry.
It bothers me.
Yeah, right, she gets it.
But everything.
Oh, you mean my
bothers her.
land?
Yeah, she doesn't like how it's so misty.
This isn't that bad, just can't really see.
I don't kind of gives me bad memories of when you said to drive the boat right through the big wall of storm.
And then you crashed my boat.
Yeah, that.
Oh, remember we found them right after that. They've been washed up.
Yeah, so I survived a shipwreck too. So, like.
I'll try to do
ya.
better.
We need you.
All right.
Okay? Long time
To
ago.
do what?
We're moving forward.
All right.
Good.
What do you need me for?
I don't know, but I don't like seeing you down. I feel like you kind of keep us all going.
All right. I'll do my best. Maybe what we really need.
Is some music.
I was already on it. Right. Oh no, cheers my body whisper up, and it's obviously a song.
I know this one.
Since we have 7 days, could
what's
you
called
learn
comb.
Could you learn a new song?
Comb?
Calming.
Comb. That's what I said.
Yeah, comb.
It's like the same 3
You get it.
songs.
Yeah.
You should learn a new song. We're in a.
Well, I've been working on one. Would you like to hear it?
Please.
Just gonna restart it.
Sorry, you're right. Hang on a second. It's a little quiet. Let me just turn it up a little bit. Let me turn the guitar up a little bit.
It's nice.
It's just not the same 3 songs. So.
Smoke gray clouds of fire and ice.
With holes in the sky.
With all the stars above our head. Whispers sad.
Since when does he sing?
I don't know, but I don't like it. Whisper, go back to being sad. It's fine.
I actually kind of like this one. Whoa. Some of the other pirates are just kind of nodding ahead.
I'm gonna walk over to whoever the pirates that are gambling and gamble with them.
Cool. I give me gold.
I do.
All right, love, what do you want to wager?
Gold.
A goal? Oh no, we're wagering time. I don't want me shift. What's your name? Phineas don't want his shift. So we're wagering for it. What, you want to wager into this?
I don't mind working. I just want your money.
Alright, we'll keep it interesting then. 1 fleck of gold.
It's like a raw piece of gold.
Okay.
Alright, the game's complicated. It's called a high or low.
Okay.
Alright, you don't know the rules.
I think I can figure it out.
Alright, here's the way it works. We're gonna roll a die. You're gonna choose high or low before the die hits the table. If you say high, then you've got to roll lower than what I said. And if you roll low, then you still have to roll higher than what I said.
Okay, highest wins.
No, it's called high and low.
Yeah, I get it.
You're not listening to the rules. Because if you say roll low, I get to roll again. And add them together.
Okay.
I don't like your chances.
I think that it should just be whoever rolls the highest.
Do you not want to play?
Well, I do.
All right, well, let's play then. Here we go. High or low?
Which pirate is this?
These rules don't sound fair, right? Like,
Well, they seem like they're the real rules, though.
they are. Okay.
Why do you get to add yours together?
If you say low, I do.
It doesn't. The odds are not in my favor.
Are you going to play or not? I don't ask you to come over here and play.
I'll watch you two play first.
Well, we're playing for time.
Yeah, I'll watch.
All right.
So the one guy goes,
Say high or low.
the one guy rolls.
High. I'll roll a 6. You got to roll lower than a 6. All right, I'm going to roll high. I'm on a roll. I'll roll a 13, but I evoke the lie. Oh, all right. Well, you can evoke that if you want. Now you're going to roll again and subtract. 15, that's a -2. All right, well, that's negative, so that's not a real number. So now I'm going to roll again and subtract mine. It's a 2, and you're -2. All right, you win this one. You win this one. You win this one. Oh, I thought you were gonna call plank. No, I didn't want to use it yet. You get it? It's pretty simple.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
All right, here we go. High or low?
Hi.
All right, I'm rolling. I rolled an 8, so you got to roll lower than an 8.
I rolled a 3.
All right. That's not bad. That's a pretty good roll. All right, but I'm going to evoke the seahorse.
I'm gonna evoke the mermaid.
You can't do that. You haven't earned it.
I did earn it.
All right. Well, then that means you roll 3 die and you take the lowest number.
Yeah, I have 3.
Why aren't we writing
Yeah,
this
I'm gonna
down?
keep the 3.
All right, you can take the 3. Well, with me, I'm going to subtract my next roll that's divided by 2. So I have a 5. 5 minus 8 is 3. What'd you roll?
A 3, but
Well, that means we tie. It's a push.
no, but I get the -1 for being new.
Is that a rule? I never
Yeah.
heard that rule before. All right.
We're on backer kit next month.
All right, well, I'm going to take the plank now. I'm going to use that rule right again. So it's a wash, we play again.
Okay, well I haven't taken my blank yet, so
You know, use your plank to outdo my plank.
You can't plank his
not
plank.
yet.
You can't
plank a double
his
plank.
plank. You can't plank my plank.
You can if you still have reaction.
Rules!
Oh, fine, take it. He just throws the raw gold at you.
Okay, I take
And thus the first hour passes.
Please never engage the pirate.
be a long 7 days.
Well, I don't know about the rest of you, but didn't get any sleep last night. And I'm kind of exhausted and hurting.
That's a great idea.
So, I mean, by all means,
No.
you guys can do what you want, but I think I'm going to go below decks and catch. Actually, first,
Do you have any healing you can?
yeah. Let me try a little something. And I sit down on the deck, and I take my warhammer, and I kind of just hold it out in front of me. And then after a minute or so, just kind of like a meditation, just sitting there, I kind of let go, and the warhammer's just floating in front of me. It slowly starts to spin, and as you've seen it do a couple times already, it just kind of breaks apart just a little bit, like you see shatters, kind of just starting to go through it, and little flecks, like minuscule, start to come off, and they glow very brightly. and then they kind of just float towards the 6 most hurt people I'm seeing. One of them's definitely going to come to me. I know that much.
I've got just a
You won't
couple
go to-
points.
I'm down 12.
Oh, definitely
I'm
him.
down 12 as well.
Definitely him.
So boom, boom.
So you
Okay.
4. Are you hurt?
I just
Aaron? Never. He's never in the combat. He's always on the edge. Or he just like attacks and leaves.
Well, he comes and attacks when the thing's about dead.
Oh, he
gets to
wins,
kill.
is what you're trying to say. He wins.
takes our kill.
And as those little flecks of
He always does it legitimately. I never nerf it or anything. He always kills legitimately.
of light or glass or cloud or whatever this hammer is made out of touches each person just right in the forehead and then disappears, and you get 10 hit points back.
Yes.
Should you burn all your spells?
I
Second
now
ones,
am
yes.
still in yellow.
A bold choice.
That's why I waited until I was about to go to sleep.
Well, let's see if you actually sleep.
All right.
You're not with us that much.
What is it? Still middle of the day? Is it nighttime?
I think you guys have been traveling, I mean, I would say midday. Unless you'd like it to be later. Because time can
We
travel.
left at midnight or something, like
When dawn.
dawn,
dawn.
right?
Yeah, I'm okay with it being closer to night.
Oh, you
Everyone
guys have
else?
traveled
Yes.
the first day. Alright.
Well, but Stew Pop's got something good on for us.
Stew pot?
It's right, one of the sailors. It's the mess.
Soupy.
Is it
Soupy
soupy
and
or
stew
stew
pot.
pot?
Oh, there's
Stew
stew
pot.
too.
Well,
Stew.
Soupy is very,
pot
very
Jim.
distinctly a specialist of soups.
Stew
Stew
Pop
pot
Jim.
Jim.
Because he learned
I feel
under
like
the
there's,
great
I feel like there's
cookie.
a soup and stew like battle going on
Yeah.
in the show.
It's like Stew Pot Jim specializes soup and soupy stews or something like that?
No.
Okay, good. That'd be
Soupy makes bread.
I also think that Panhandle Pete is a
Panhandle
chef.
Pete might be.
But he likes like roasting things.
And it's run like Hell's Kitchen. Like,
They're just
"Aye, chef!
Corners, corners! Corners!
Where's the lemons? I ain't gonna get no scurvy tonight. Oh, chef. Okay, so
What's the top of this fish stew?
night begins to fall over the ship. Lily's song as it travels west toward the Shattered Isles. 6 days to go, but this is the first night you've been on the open ocean of Tyve. The darkness comes in like claws onto the ship. You see no moonlight, and in fact, as you look out onto the lapping water of this dark, sequestered sea, it's almost like you're peering into the void. You see no light coming from the sky, and so far away from the Athelian torches, there is no light anywhere. It's almost like you are traveling through just inky blackness. It's almost like you could reach out and touch the darkness. The crew gets a little uneasy, and even Aaron's music begins to settle into just a din. Everyone's on edge, but torches are lit. The group feels as though they are closing in around themselves, and down underneath, kind of if you're up on top, that's what you feel. But as you walk down into the cargo area, there is a different feel. There's jovialness, camaraderie, and the lights of the torches and the food bring everyone closer together. But still, some people have to be on watch, and above feels wrong. Would you like to do anything?
So
Are
is
people
everyone?
going to
Are we
sleep?
just? Yeah. Are
think-
people going to bed and
Yeah,
we're
there's
just staying
cots and
watch?
stuff, but
Okay.
it's loud.
I would stay on the top of the ship.
Bro, stay up there at least to start.
Sure.
Eventually, they'll go to bed.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely going to
Into the
sleep.
night.
Okay.
I crawl
We
into
would-
my
we
hammock
would stay
and
up. I would like to. Sorry, you crawl into the hammock.
yeah,
You do.
you just kind of see me swaying back and forth, and then eventually the hammock starts swaying through him as he falls asleep and he goes incorporeal. He's kind of floating there.
I love it.
Some of the crew
I love
members are
these
going crazy.
descriptions.
There's 2 ghosts, Seabark, and
Seawolf. The Crimson,
The Crimson
Sea Hag.
Sea.
Whoa. You should have never come. That doesn't happen.
I would like to try and study when everyone goes to bed the bejeweled scroll that has the map in it.
Okay.
Before we couldn't decipher it, but she could kind of read it.
Remind me.
It's the bejeweled casing that we found in
In the temple.
The map.
of
the
Cetus,
temple. It has the
or
map
Christmas
in it.
gift.
It was connected by the 2 little hermit crabs, and we opened it up, and it was blank to me. But when Veer tried to read it, she could decipher like it was in some sort of dialect of Underdark, right?
But I already gave you where it showed. It was on the mainland.
It was
It was near Andros.
Oh, that's all it
Ju-
showed,
just
though?
just
Okay.
south
Oh, okay.
of the
Okay.
It was a treasure.
Port of
basically like a
Andros.
treasure map.
Okay, I thought maybe there would be more. Okay. All right.
would you have taken Rue back? Or
Yeah.
all right.
a map is to a cache south of the
I
Andros
guess.
Port.
Fine. You guys don't want to play with me? That's totally fine. I'm freaking going.
Go to bed in the shadow.
Whisper's going to bed?
Yeah, going to sleep.
Brill's going to bed?
He's
If-
staying up.
He said
I'm
that.
up for a while.
I'm sorry.
I probably pull like an apple out and like cut a piece and like look for
Take a
Mark.
like
American Island! He grabs it. It just comes out of your hand. Thank you!
and I'll just cut a piece for me and and just knowing that he's not alone up here, but doesn't have the presence of someone else like imposing on his space.
This is a very good apple.
You don't have to talk.
Yeah, but I'm going to. You're the first person that defends me. They promised they would, but they never do.
It's fair. It's fair.
Some promises start when others end. Psalm 5:12.
You keep saying these things. What are they?
There's a book written by
Oh my god.
Americans religion.
You sure you're not a paladin?
Zealot.
I don't really understand them, but for years my grandfather has tried to get me to read these things. And for years I did to appease him. But in leaving him, I feel like it brings a peace over me.
That sounds important.
I'll cut him another piece of apple.
I don't have any stories like that to share.
Maybe one day.
I hope so.
I hope I'm not there to hear them.
Aww.
I'm sorry, that was mean.
Yeah.
I like you already. You don't take a lot to keep happy. Little food goes a long way.
Yeah. Friendship.
Where were you before you found these people?
I think I was in a cave a long time. Watching the box. Promised I'd always watch the box.
What box?
The box that Torin came out of.
Who asked you to watch it?
Don't remember. Might have been me. Sorry you can't see me. I'm very handsome.
If you want to be seen, why not just come?
I would need another pure glint to go back invisible. They're rare. Everyone says that I'm frightening people.
Not regular glints.
No. They're rare.
If I had one, I would give it to you.
Then I could become seen again. Because I would always be able to become invisible again. Between you and me, though, it doesn't last forever.
The worst chime.
It will happen at the worst time.
We'll find you more.
Yeah, I hope so.
What, you like being invisible?
I feel like it's kind of who I am, right?
sometimes it's better not to be seen. Or I feel invisible.
Even
There was a
as
girl.
I'm sitting up here, even when he was not invisible, he would hide very well. He followed us for a long time.
We're all good at something.
Yeah. Mine's hiding from my loved ones.
Wow. And watching boxes.
I'm watching boxes.
That's dedication.
Oh, we can also eat the darkness out of people. But it comes at a cost.
Just, will you?
But I need it for you, if you had it.
I've worked very hard to keep my life on the path of the light.
Yeah, I can feel that. You feel pretty light. Some of the group's not.
Everyone here is so obsessed with light.
I don't have to work to be towards the light. I am the light.
Well,
I'm sorry that it doesn't come as easy for you.
Or me.
nothing to be sorry about. It's good to be so pure.
I just fear I'm having a really hard time.
I'm sorry, I've got to go to bed now.
I look at you.
Lucky you.
And I'll pat where
You just do
Merrick
this.
was. But I pretend like I got him. And then I go downstairs and sleep.
I don't have to go to sleep.
What?
I'm having a really hard time because this place is so dark and it's gloomy and I'm really missing my home. But I'm trying so hard to be positive for everyone around us. And it's tiring. And I'm homesick and I don't know if we're ever gonna find my brother because no one can seem to figure out how to get to this light.
Well, I kind of feel like everyone's trying. But have you thought about the fact that at least you have a home to go to?
I don't know if I can ever go back
Why?
because I left.
Well, I can 100% never go back.
Why?
So maybe we'll just have
But your
to
place wasn't a good place.
You don't even
Oh my
know.
God.
You were there for like 10 minutes, and it wasn't good because you shouldn't have been there.
I'm so glad I wasn't drinking.
My place, like, I want to go back to my place.
Well, maybe you just accept that maybe your brother just is not here.
I can't do that yet. So sad. See if Mark gets it.
But I just think that, like, everyone, surprisingly, because when we met those first two on the beach, I didn't think they would want to help us at all. And now, because I think it aligns with something they want the light. The blue guy wants the light. I don't know what the hell the wizard wants, but he's going with us. So at least there's lots of people who want the light. I don't care at all about the light, but I don't have anywhere else to go.
Can I join you? You see Xandra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you need to sleep though?
I'll sleep when I need to.
Because you look like the people who need to sleep.
I just thought the three of us could talk.
Yeah.
There's a lot of men.
That is very true. Where I come from though, the women are in charge.
Me too.
I don't know
Dolphin's a
who's in
woman.
charge here. I don't think anyone.
Snoop Dolphin is a woman.
absolutely.
Okay, sounds good.
So why do you need the light?
I honestly don't know if it's gonna work. But I have to try. Someone I really care about is very sick. For a while, they didn't even know they were sick, but I could tell.
Sick with what?
I don't know.
How do you know that they were sick?
Because they were light. They were good and strong. And then they weren't.
Maybe it's your brother.
He's no longer himself.
But maybe she knows your brother. Because you said your people are light.
I don't know. Who's your brother?
You wouldn't know my brother.
Okay. I don't think I know her brother.
She's not yet said his name.
So you think that you can you think the light will fix?
The one I love was devoted to light. She was devoted to a being called Azeron, who, when she needed him most, didn't appear. And now I heard tale that there is light on this blasted continent. A light that is supposed to be more pure than dragon fire. And I thought if I could bring her just a sliver of it back, maybe whatever darkness it is that has gotten into her heart would be purified. At first, I honestly thought that maybe this is where Azeron nested, but I don't think so. Because this place is not right.
What's wrong with it?
Are you serious?
The plague.
No. No. She goes like this, and almost like it feels like her hand's going through like shadows.
That too.
Well, it's just that there's just no sunlight here.
I think it's more than that. I get this feeling that there's something wrong here.
I just thought that's how this place was.
I think people are adaptable. I think that they are doing the best they can. But I don't think the plague is the only sickness.
And now, for whatever reason, this man in black armor.
His name is Eldarian Titus.
How do you know him?
Because I've seen him before.
I thought his name was Silas.
I don't know Silas, but I know that he's Eldarian Titus.
How have you seen him before?
Did you see him out on the ocean that night?
No.
There was...
Where have you seen him before?
Yeah.
I saw him back where I'm from.
How did he get here?
I'm not sure, but he stole that scepter from my father.
That's your scepter then.
I don't think it was my father's. I think it's actually his. But he shouldn't have it. And I think it's the only way to stop him.
So we need to destroy the scepter, and you think that'll fix this place? Is he making this place the way it is?
This place seemed pretty bad before he got here, so I don't think that's the case.
What could he possibly want here? Is he after the light too?
Would be my best guess. But I don't think he's going to use it to cure anyone.
Yeah, I kind of gathered
It can
that.
be bad.
It can only be bad in the hands of someone that is bad.
I'm just saying it's not always good.
Does the weapon kill the person or does the person kill the person?
I think they both help.
Yeah.
Just saying, if I put a pair of scissors on the table and I say, kill scissors, they're not gonna kill.
I've actually seen people animate things like that, and they have killed things. So I don't know. I thought you were from a very magical place too.
Also, volcanoes.
Yeah, but a person doesn't.
I'm just saying that light can be bad sometimes. And darkness isn't always bad.
I guess. So what are we to do? What is our next step once we get to the Shattered Isles?
Do you feel prepared to go to the light yet?
I want to get there as fast as I can, but the longer I'm here, the more my powers dwindle. And I think also the powers of my friends.
What power do you have?
I'm not not much. My friends, they have strength, but I think the darkness of this place is sapping it from them. And they get their strength from their belief in Ozeron, and I have a feeling that he's not here.
I don't know what Ozeron is.
Remember when we learned about a woman that worshipped dragons? And we thought that she was crazy.
Oh yeah.
I think that's her friend.
So that's a dragon.
Yeah, sure. That's the best way to, yeah, that's it.
Do you have like magic powers? Because we won't tell anyone. We know it's like not okay here.
Not that could help you.
I don't think I need your help, but I'm just curious why it would be dwindling.
It's best to just say no, I don't have any. What I've had is I've used most of it and it's gone now.
Sometimes when I just rest, mine comes back.
That's great. That's not how mine work.
I don't know anything about it, so I'm just trying to think.
It's okay.
things.
I'm trying to help you. Like I don't have any.
Well, you must be pretty special with the team that you have surrounding you. They believe in you. That's pretty magical.
Yeah, it is.
So what would you like to do when we get to the island?
Whatever we need to do to get the ship.
The ship that has the special ability.
Yeah.
If it does exist. I have faith.
Are you worried about these black glint things?
Not yet. I haven't really had a reason to, but I keep hearing their bad news.
Rue, come here.
Where is Rue?
In my shadow.
Oh.
Will you show her that terrible black thing?
Yes. Here's the thing. He throws it on the deck. It looks like a rock to me.
Well, apparently that's what turned him into that.
No, I told you that's not what happened.
Not for you, but it would turn someone into that.
I think it would just kill them first, and they would kind of melt from the inside out. And then if they were really, it happened to them really fast, then maybe they'd turn into me. And then if they also had like a good heart and some redeemable qualities, then maybe after like hundreds of years, or maybe longer, then they could get their sentience back and be even more like me. But I don't know.
See, not good. That's just another thing to add to the mess that we're dealing with here. And the fact that we're all presumed dead.
Are we still?
Yeah.
But I don't think so because the father guy said we were okay.
No, there's a queen, a black queen, and she wants our chess pieces off of the board.
Yeah, but the father said no.
I love chess. That's a good game.
I don't really know why all these people know who we are, so.
See no high-low.
All right, Ruth, thank you. You can go back to sleep in the shadow now.
What the?
Well, Xandra, we're here to help. I think we have the same goals.
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
See, and they'll let her go back home. Maybe we could go back home with them.
I don't actually know if I'm going to be able to get out of this.
Yeah, but if you do, you can go home.
Perception checks.
21.
12.
21. Around her neck, you see a long crystal. How do you?
What's it look like?
Yeah.
So the crystal goes down. It's a necklace. It's wrapped, and there's a long crystal,
Oh, okay.
about this long. It's got a kind of blue, transparent hue to it.
Does it look like anything we've seen before?
Not that you've seen.
That's a fine piece of jewelry you've got around your neck.
It was my father's.
This is my brother's.
Is it the vial? So the vial is giving off a slight dim light. It's really nice.
I made this one.
My own soul.
The X crystal. All right, ladies, we have some crystals.
Mine carries light within it. And it changes based on the day. I'm not quite sure what it means, but I think it might be a key to finding my brother.
I wouldn't know, but mine. Sentiment.
Can I insight her?
Sure.
Or do I just feel like I know she's lying? I feel like I just know she's lying the way she's talking.
Yep.
12.
She's lying.
10.
She's lying.
You could be honest with us.
I
You have no reason. I mean, I guess you maybe have no reason to trust us, but I don't feel like we've given you a reason not to either.
That's all I'm willing to share. And it is sentimental.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you, I don't really know exactly 100% what mine does.
Oh, okay.
But it helps. It's definitely tied to the magic that I can use.
Well, I unfortunately have to sleep. So I'm going to go, and I hope we have these kind of conversations again.
Yeah, of course. We'll be here.
Good night. She'll walk down.
You trust her?
Yes, absolutely I do.
Jesus,
I don't really. I don't feel
Like, I'm still, like, right here. 2 steps away.
Before she leaves, I want to use my soul sense to see if she's chaotic or lawful.
I think she's chaotic.
She's always felt that way.
Beer. Beer, there's something up with her.
Yeah, I
You hear a
think that.
ring of light. You hear what is the description that was for freedom? I think it's the sound of leaves rustling. It's in the description of your ability. I don't know.
I didn't know what you meant.
Fear. I
think that I don't feel like she really has ill intent.
I think she has good intentions, and I thought that I was imagining it, but here I saw something in her eyes.
Well, you just need to stop being so judgmental about it.
No, you're like, they were like glowing, like stars, like something wasn't.
Okay, well, my eyes are purple, and that's not normal. So what?
But there's not fucking stars in them.
So what if she has that? Maybe that's just how she is.
I don't know. I think her intents.
I think she's probably got a lot of valuable shit, like her thing. And she doesn't want us to know because we're on the boat with a bunch of thieves.
I'm just saying, I think that we should just be careful.
I just think we should make her want to tell us more.
Well, I like her, I respect her. I just need to be cautious around her.
Yeah, I could see that. All right, well,
should we be watching?
Well, it's just dark and there's nothing out here, so.
Yeah, there's someone watching, right? On the
They can't
eagle's
see
nest
anything.
thing.
They can't see anything. It's hard for me to see. I know they can't see. I'll listen.
Yeah.
Keep a good listen.
And I just lean against like the ship.
Yep.
Okay. Perception checks.
23.
Jeez. 11.
The 23 will get. You hear literally only the sound of water lapping against the ship. It is an eerie, desolate silence. But you can't see more than your dark vision will give you, and you hear nothing. You do hear snoring coming from the crow's nest.
Can I?
Seawolf is the one driving the ship right now.
And without being able to see.
Perfect.
We're just gonna be like wake up and we're
He's
shipwrecked.
he's got a rickety knee that tells him where he's going.
Nobody can see in this anyway.
I thought, okay, it's okay. I thought we just
Find out we're on the scattered isles by being like vertical.
I would let Nana out.
Yeah, Nana crawls on the thing.
Oh, I'm like, who the hell? Yes, you're back.
Ah, you also trade in people. As Arda does.
We're good. There's nothing out there. It's creepy, but it's good.
I think it's peaceful.
You would.
Does a night pass without incident?
D100.
Okay. This is a redemption roll. $97.
Look at you!
Wow.
He's like, it was supposed to be low.
I was like, yeah,
That's pretty high.
We
Yeah, I
find
know, but
treasure
you're
in
probably
the
like, it was like, you needed a low roll this time.
You roll crazy D100.
Well, you divide it by half, and then you take the plank.
High or low? High or low? Are you calling the
Same
blank?
counter level.
I'm playing your blank. Okay, so it is the night. The night just drags on. It gets pretty late into the evening. You're playing with Nana and Helena.
Yes.
You find yourself at the front of the ship, looking out into the dark waters, lapping over and over again. And as you're standing at the front of the ship, you're kind of you're fingering the vial that you have, just fiddling with it. The low glow of it that's being let off gives you a sense of warmth. And for a moment, it feels like your brother is standing next to you with his arm over your shoulder. You believe that this is just it's basically you're just reliving a memory. And as his arm is over you, he's like, so you're looking out at the sea. and the scene just kind of dissolves, and you see your brother standing in the middle of Tel'Daroth, the land of the High Elves, the Venari. And in the distance, you see the large. They go very high. The buildings of Tel'Daroth go extremely high, like built on the ground, almost like on stilts that go all the way up into the mountains. And they're pure white, and they almost let off a light. And the beautiful, tranquil green fields and forests that line this place. Abundance of life, more than we've seen in all of our descriptions thus far. You see birds, and you see beasts, and you see fields of grain, and there is a tranquility that work is almost leisure here. And he leads you through, and up at the top of one of the kingdom spires, you see a light just glinting out even in the daylight. Just, do you remember what that is, my sister?
No.
It is a gift. It's been with our kind for as long as any of us can remember. A guiding light. A gift from the gods themselves. It is called the Athelion.
It's beautiful.
It can give you guidance for wherever you need to go. Simply ask it.
But wherever would I need to go when I'm here?
That's right. Of course. But you are young, and life has a way of taking much from us.
Well, as long as we're all here together.
I hope that is true, my love. And he kisses the top of your forehead. I know you and I have undergone much hardship since our parents. But we have each other.
That's all that matters.
And as this kind of fades back into the darkness, you're holding the vial in your hand. The same light from the top of the tower. And the night passes without incident. In the morning,
You heal.
the sun, you heal. If you like to heal. If you want to, it's up to you.
It's the only way I can heal.
So, the ship is going to continue to move west. It is up to you how long you would like to, it's going to take you 6 days to travel. You're welcome to continue to role play and learn about these characters. You're also, if the group decides, you can skip time as you want to move faster, but it will take the group 6 days to travel to the Shattered Isles.
Over the 6 days, I would like to try to learn Vayan from Torin.
Will you help him?
Yeah, we can continue our very passive lessons we've been working on so far.
Okay, perfect. Will you do an intelligence roll? If you get a 15, he will have advantage on his roll.
Okay.
Does my already having one lesson do anything?
Nope.
All right.
Not yet. You're still pretty new. You do not have advantage. You need a 15.
Just need a 15, just intelligence?
Intelligence.
I'm not rolling good at all. 13. Nope. 12.
Okay, and you don't have knowledge, I guess it'd be history or arcana you could add?
Oh. You do. Oh, it'll only get me to a 14.
Okay, so Vayan's tough. It's tough to learn. So this is your second lesson. You don't seem to retain much of it, but you think you could, time will tell.
I would spend time with Ernan.
Yeah.
Noticing that he seems comfortable on a ship.
Yeah.
And I would also, I have now heard repeatedly from people, from my grandmother to the Hidden Father, that they don't like him.
Okay.
So I'm gonna start keeping a different kind of eye on him.
Would you like to talk
Yeah.
to him?
Do they ever tell you why they don't like him?
No, I mean Graham just seems to think he is. Well, I don't know that I'm gonna question him. I'm just sort of like, you know, you mentioned that there was the time that he seemed more comfortable here.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna kind of keep an eye on him.
Sure.
And hopefully get better at sailing.
All right. Anybody else want to do anything?
I would privately talk to you about the water from your god and how I have it's black. And I would tell you about that.
Oh, yeah, this little thing that happened.
Yeah, just
Real might know something about that too.
I mean, yeah, I can take a look. I mean, I did know.
The first thing I would do is ask you if you, and tell you that this is holy water, and I would give it to you to
it's
look at.
holy water. It's holy water. It came from a god.
It
Must be
came
good.
from your god's fountain.
Is it supposed to be like this? I don't.
Don't matter if it's supposed to be. It is.
No, I'll tell you what happened.
The water does remind you a little bit of the vision you saw with the half dead. It has some of that was like dripping on the half dead portion of your vision.
From what I remember about Sethis is that she toes the line between light and dark, and part of that has to do with death. So I think our two faiths have a lot of overlap in that aspect. This kind of has the feeling of maybe something along those lines, but
Good, so you don't think it's like a bad thing. I think it just brought out her darker side.
I don't think it's inherently bad. There's got to be a balance in there somewhere. Can't have all this light without some darkness somewhere.
Okay, I just don't want the whole group to be freaked out.
On that same note, I know you have a lot of experience with mushrooms and things of that sort. Over the past couple days, I've been becoming increasingly worried about what would happen to the group if I am incapacitated in some way. It's happened on more than one occasion where I am out cold.
Yes.
And if that happens and anybody else goes down, I think it's sheer dumb luck that I was able to wake up so quickly out of both those instances. But I don't know if you have...
The only thing I can do is what I did to the lion, and that is to borrow time for someone. But it could help in the moment, and it did help when we needed him to be alive. But I feel like Helena's people are all about that too. And like, I just think she's choosing not to study that. So you should maybe talk to her.
I knew that your magic, that wasn't quite what you did. I was thinking more along the lines of between you and Bjorn and your knowledge about herbs and plant life. I don't know if there's some kind of alchemical component to it. If you guys maybe could come up with something, like, it doesn't have to be that powerful, but at least to get somebody up off the ground. That's really the only thing I'm concerned about.
I wouldn't mind trying to. I've never been able to find anything that does that before. But if you want, I can tell you about all the mushrooms I have, and I can give you a list of what I have.
Sure, and then maybe
in the 7 days.
A lot of the pirates around here. I mean, nobody really on the ship is from Tyve except for the few friends that we've had from the beginning. So I don't know if they know anything about the local flora. But
I bet Brill or Normandy might. I don't think those other two city boys do.
right.
You can check when you get into Portobello.
That's our game.
Yeah.
Never to
See you
be
in 2
played
weeks.
again.
man, too bad Martin can't come back.
It was really fun when we was playing.
So Brill will continue to share meals on the second day with Tamark, and that night he asks Tamark to start. I guess we could roleplay it.
Yeah.
I don't like this apple as much as the one yesterday.
Well, it's a pear.
Oh, okay, that makes sense then.
I have a favor to ask of you.
Well, all right.
It's an important task.
He's nodding, but you can't see it.
There's people on this boat that I don't know very well.
All right. Me neither.
And there's people.
Want to become friends with them?
Honestly, no.
All right.
But I don't want to. Friendship goes beyond the relationship. We can stay acquaintances. But I need to know if there's any ill intention towards anyone that I do wish to be friends with.
Like me?
Yes.
They can't
And our
see me,
other
Bill, so they won't know about me. But I can help with the other ones.
If you hear any stories or inklings of ill planning,
Betrayal?
I need you to come to me right away.
Yes.
Even if I'm asleep.
All right, I will do this. I have a purpose.
It's important.
Yes, sounds important. But tomorrow, apples.
We'll go back to apples. And Brill, avoiding it whenever possible, never looks back off the boat. Just keeps.
Sure.
He does not want to look back.
I'm going to say at least 3 days pass. And on the third day, Aaron will actually come up to you and just kind of, hey, Whisper, I've been noticing that you've been keeping a little bit of a distance. Are we on good terms?
Absolutely, Aaron. We're just ease out here on this boat. I just want to get back to land, you know?
Just making sure, because I know that I've seen it over the little bit, that you're getting really buddy-buddy with these friends, and I sometimes feel like my brash nature puts us at odds with them, because, well, I don't really care about them 100%, if I'm going to be real with you. They're growing on me, but, like, you know, I mean, we haven't really seen a scent from Torin, and the ladies are fine, honestly. They're a little brash and strange, but you know my feelings about Bjorn, and the old man, well, I kind of wish we hadn't found him. But you and me, like, we're thick as thieves, I always thought.
Well, all I can say is, you know, I told you my Graham told me we had to get away.
Yeah, of course.
And so this is the best way to do it. So trying to get, put some miles between us and Gavra just seems like the right thing to do. And I don't know. I think Torin will come through. I think he'll come through for us. And you have, I mean, you killed that chest that attacked me. I mean,
I did kill it.
Yeah, you've really rose to the occasion on many occasions.
Well, you know me, Whisper, and I always find the vantage, you know. I just knew that if I stabbed it through the head, it would probably die.
It's right. I wish I had thought of it that quickly. I was
in the right place at the right time.
Did you see I grabbed my sword and just took it away from
I did see that. That's why I gave it back to you.
It was really unfair. But I do want to ask you something. I mean, I know you've always seemed to have a hankering for the sea. When we go looking for boxes for my mom's key, you always seem to really like being on the sea, but you know, being by the ocean. And now we're out here, and I see you. You seem a little bit at home. Have you ever been on a boat before?
He squares you up pretty good. Well, yeah, Whisper. I thought I told you that.
Has he? I don't think so. I might have forgotten it. Maybe it was when we were having one of those nights, you know, out of the blooming petal. You probably told me, and I just, you know.
I spent not not a lot of time on the sea, but it took me a while to find Scarsden. I mean, I travelled around a little bit. I've been a little bit of here and a little bit of there. But, you know, I always thought that when I got to Scarsden, I mean, you know me, I mean, the ladies are kind of pointing it out. Oh, you got nobody to say. Well, I got you, Whisper. I mean, I think that you and me is... I always thought you like a little brother. I mean, even though he's like about, you know, I mean, yeah, a little brother, because I was older, but, you know, I don't know, like, I know we haven't known each other that long, but, like, it just, there's a connection there, I think.
Well, right, we've been through a lot.
And we keep going through more,
Right,
honestly.
even
I
in the
mean,
last
like,
few
I didn't
weeks.
think I was going to go to the reef with you. That was pretty crazy.
But what do you mean by you've been here and there? Have you been to the Shattered Isles before? It would be important to know if you did.
Well, I mean, I'm trying to think, because I don't think so. I don't think so. No, I'm not. If I did that, I wouldn't know any information to give you other than like cold, maybe.
And were you a sailor? Is that why you were going around?
Well, I was on a boat a lot. I mean, and when you're on a boat, like, you kind of learn things. But no, I wouldn't consider myself a sailor per se.
So why were you bouncing around? Where are your people? I mean, you know
Whisper,
what happened to my people.
I ain't got no people, Whisper. I mean, I'm an orphan, and you know, I'm a self-made man, Whisper. That's what I am. That's the best I can do. I mean, I ain't told you because I didn't really want to go down the road, but I've been to New Norn. You know, I've been up that far north. I was in the silent forest for a while. I've explored northern Scarsden. I didn't go to Piln, so don't even be like, you've been to Piln. I ain't been there. It was too bright. And I met a lot of barbarians I actually did like.
Poor Bjorn.
Are they near
I mean, everyone's a little bit near,
So,
yeah.
insight, 20.
For what?
I just listening. I just want.
Oh, you're listening.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
like. Okay. When
Okay.
it's done, I want to.
Yeah, I'm not sure what else you want to know.
Well, I guess I would just say, you know, like my old grandma always said, Whisper, she says, everybody's got people. Sometimes they're bad. Sometimes they're missing. But everybody's got them. So you were an orphan, but what happened to your folks?
I'm not sure.
You never knew them.
No.
I mean, so when I was a wee lad, my gran would take me out. I was probably like 5 or 6, and she'd say, see that bloke, Whisper? You just go up to him, and you just look really sad-like, and start crying, and then I'll meet you around the corner. And then when I did that, poof, she'd have like 3 gold, and we'd go have a crisp. Where were you when you were like 5 or 6?
You know, honestly, Whisper, I'm not sure I remember much of my childhood. I think I was hurt pretty bad. I do have these scars on my wrists. And if you look close, they kind of look like chains wrapped around my wrists. I'm sure you've noticed. You've just been kind. And I think that kind of trauma maybe blocks some stuff out, you know?
I've heard that. Maybe it's why you're attracted to music.
I do like music, if you could tell.
Yeah.
I guess the closest thing that I have for people is I was on a ship, and I fell in. I wasn't in love. All right, let's be clear about that. Like, this was a father figure, but you know, I found a couple of people that I called my own, and oh, you got me all flustered now. I'm getting back into my ruffians. I don't know what else you want. I just it's the first time I felt like I belonged. And unfortunately, they was just taking me to Scarsden. But they got off. I got off with them, and before I knew it, they took the next ship out, and I was left. So I decided to travel around and, you know, make the best of it, as it were.
All right. Well, I'm glad we talked about this, Aaron, because remember I've been having this key.
Oh, by the way,
for a long time. Hold on. And you were with me at that boat when I finally found a box that this key opened.
Yeah, I was there.
Maybe I don't need it. Maybe you do. Let's find your people.
Well, that means a lot to me, Whisper, honestly. I feel a little bit silly now, because honestly, like, I was holding it out till we found a box or something, but I've been collecting random keys for you too. And I just wanted, because I know how important they are to you. So I didn't know what they opened, but every time I found one, I put it in my bag. And I thought, this would be good for Whisper, because he loves his keys.
I like the thought. Not.
This is me.
That key was important, but I appreciate that you've been gathering keys.
Because I love you, man. Because I know how much because they're always around your neck, and I thought maybe you was making a necklace.
All right, I'm making an insight. That's only that's a 14, and then there's just Martin knowledge. Is he covering up? Is he actually touched and he's covering it up? Is he actually just bullshitting? Like, he could be actually touched. Like, I'm trying to connect with him, and maybe he's flustered by that. So there's this crap.
Okay.
Or is it? Like, what's his play here?
So
he could just be bad with people. I don't know.
Yeah.
So, Allie got me those keys a long time ago to give to you. I never found the right spot, so this is great. But, so, like, he doesn't seem as touched by the key as you would maybe think that he is.
Yeah, that's a big
but he has been collecting those keys for you. Whether or not he's got an ulterior motive, you're not sure.
Yeah, and when I said that thing about him finding his people, anger, sadness, emptiness.
Empty.
Okay.
But it might be that he's putting that on. He knows you pretty well.
Yeah. And I'm pretty dumb when it comes to interpersonal relationships.
But honestly, you know what? I think I'm gonna wear this because you always look good in it, and I think I'll look good in it too.
Well, it's brought me a look. Yeah, it
You
won't
gotta take
go
it
that
off
way.
first.
Yeah,
You gotta
can't
take the
do it
clasp
that
off
way.
first.
No.
But I'm learning. How's it look? Do I look good in it?
Yeah, I don't know if you wear it quite like I do, but
Like at the front, you can tuck it in.
I mean with like panache.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah, that's it.
I'll
That's
figure
right.
out,
That's
yeah.
it.
Maybe I'll wear it on my satchel. That might be good too. Well, I guess, if I'm going to be completely honest with you, like, this really means a lot to me, but you kind of already found the thing it opens, so, like...
Right, so now it's like what we call a metaphor.
I might find another
that you
box.
could find something that leads you to your people.
To my people,
Right.
my box,
Yeah.
with a knife in it.
But you haven't found those boxes for those keys.
Well, I'm gonna hold on to it for sure, and I'm gonna hold on to it so much I'm gonna put it in the character sheet.
That's good. I'll take it off of mine.
And you have multiple random keys.
I do. Oh yeah, I'll just put multiple keys here. Keys.
I did. I bought those for Dustin. I said this would be really funny if Aaron collected these for
Keys.
Whisper.
When they're done, so my insight was to kind of get a read on his storytelling.
Yeah.
And, when they're done and kind of wander off a little bit.
Lost the whole thing. I don't know what I did. Sorry.
No,
Please,
that's fine. When they're done and they kind of wander off, I go, Merrick,
Thamaric, yes.
keep an eye on that one too.
But he's one of ours.
I know. Don't let him know.
All right. Seems sneaky.
Yep.
Well, everyone's just against. All right.
I
Oh,
cut him a
Aaron,
piece of apple.
I like these. I'll watch him.
And then I reach and try and pat him and miss again. Like, pat him on the head, but there's nobody there.
Sounds great. Aaron and I will go up to the front of the ship and just kind of look out into the ocean.
That's smart.
Oh, poor Aaron.
But he now has keys.
He has a key. Anything else you'd like to do?
I don't think. I would like to master in the 7 days. Can I master the art of the gambling game they're playing and know all the rules?
Yeah, intelligence saving throw. Well, you can do
And sanity.
whatever intelligence you'd like. That makes sense.
Like investigation
That'd be fine, and performance
or
would be
insight.
the best. Insight would work.
Okay, I'll do insight. 23.
You're pretty good. They're getting mad.
Calvin
I keep
Ball.
waiting for when she starts gambling with their souls. No, fear.
I give you the soul of an Englishman.
Oh, I can't give souls.
Just take
I
it.
can just
yet.
take them.
We just have to win
You
everything.
can't get...
Now, this is a document.
Sign here, and here.
This document right here.
I need a blood stamp, your fingerprints.
I am not evil.
Yeah, but souls can come in handy. Sell it.
On shoes.
All right. As you travel, 7 days pass. Conversations are had, friendships are made. Aggie says very little to all of you. She seems rather distant, and since nobody really talked to her a bunch, she seems to be drawing away even more. As you move toward the Shattered Isles, they begin to show up on the distant horizon. A land of ice and snow. You see fires burning on one of the coasts. It looks as though a city is on fire. You approach during dawn, and as you stand at the ship, kind of looking out, you know that your adventure is really just beginning. Far, far away in Tyve, a methodic hymnal chant echoes. A figure finds themselves being lifted off the ground with chains wrapped around their body. They are convulsing as they are lifted up behind a large door that goes all the way into the mountainous sky. Chains are lifting this person up in the front of it, and underneath them there is a figure. He is massive. He has a warhammer that sits on the ground, and as he lifts himself up, furs adorn his cauldrons. This metal armor, massive, almost doesn't look like a human could wear it. As he lifts, he's wearing a paladin helmet with the visor, like the cross visor, but there is red in the eyes. He lifts not the hammer, but his hand up toward the figure in the chains, and as he pulls it down, the person is ripped apart with the chains, and blood rains down among the people. This one was not strong enough to be a link in the chain. And you just hear thousands of people behind it. The link, one by one, the chain is strong. One by one, the chain is strong. One by one, the chain is strong. And our game comes to an end.
I hope
He
that's
gets
not
the
the
guy
guy I
you
have
gotta
to kill.
kill.
I know. No problem. No problem.
It's okay.
All right, gang. So that is our game for tonight. We will be back in 2 weeks. We hope to see you then. And thank you, everyone. And check out the backer kit for Oh Happy Dagger.
Yeah, thank you.
And I hope you all had a good time. That's our game.
Thanks, everyone. Good night.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
everyone. Good game, guys.
The
smoke, great clouds of fire and ash that burn the skies of Tyve. Mountains of iron, seas of bone, in hardships we must strive. Though I still know the songs from yore of virtue, hope, and light, but I have ne'er seen their like, for darkness is our plight. Oh, thrum, thrum, hear the hum of heartbeat, chain, and ire. Steel your courage to the mast, or throw it on the pyre. The cold, sharp winds bring pain and death, these harsh lands we survive. Our warmth, it comes from hearth and home, but never from the skies. Oh, Tyve, 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 you'll never leave alive. This place is all our prison, but one where you can thrive, and you can wail against those gods and pillage, scream, and fight. But fear the darkness in this land, for it is born of light. Oh, Tyve, 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 we're proud to be alive. And you can say we've lost our minds, or laugh and call us mad, but this place has become our home, so you'll never see us sad. The smoke, great clouds of fire and ash that burn the skies of Tyve. Mountains of iron, seas of bone, in hardships we must strive. Though I still know the songs from yore of virtue, hope, and light, but I have ne'er seen their sight, for darkness is our plight. Oh, thrum, thrum, hear the hum of heartbeat, chain, and ire. We'll pour a drink for Tyve, our love, until we all expire. We'll pour a drink for Tyve, our love, until we all expire.